Good morning, good morning, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, early morning edition here on the East Coast. Your brother King Simon is here. How are you feeling? Oh yeah, no super chats. We're gonna be doing quick advice. We're gonna be doing quick advice with your numbers today, but we are going to focus on the topic also. Yes, so you can circulate $4.44. You can circulate $5.55, $10.10, $20.20, and up. No less than $4.44. No less than $4.44 for quick advice about your numbers. And I have a little time. I probably have about good 2 hours today. And had a very successful meeting with Brother Billy Carson, Elizabeth Carson, and the whole team yesterday, Dr. B, on what is to happen at the Anunnaki premiere. So we're going to be there representing in our own capacity. So, but again, for quick advice, please circulate and donate. And you could put your birthday or your name or birthday, your birthday more likely, and but the focus today is really on the topic. The focus today is really on the topic, and the topic today, I'd like to say, and I'm going to go through it real quick too. The topic today is the numerovational perspective of the words allow and permission. Allow and permission. So I'm going to go through this within the next 15, 20 minutes. We're going to do what we got to do. We're going to take a good 15, 20 minutes to go into the meaning and the mathematical numerovational meaning of the words allow and permission. Because some of us do not allow ourselves or allow ourselves to do what we have to do to take it to the next level, or just do what we have to do in general. Some of us don't give ourselves permission because of the hurt and pain that we've been through. Some of us don't give ourselves permission because of the hurt and pain we give to. So sometimes we shut ourselves down. And I understand, sometimes we shut ourselves down. Remember, there no super chat. Please use only PayPal and Cash App. As you can see, scrolling on the bottom, you got Cash App and PayPal, and no less than $4.44. We're gonna stay right there. No $1, no $1.99, no $2.99, none of that. No $3.99. $4.40. There's a reason why I'm putting those vibrations up there, because those are the most synchronized vibrations that people see a lot. 444, 555, 1010. So those that start circulating, and everybody will be answered. Just make sure in the PayPal or the Cash App description, put your birthday in there. Put your birthday in the PayPal or Cash App description so I can see it clearly. Don't just put your name in the description or the description of PayPal or the comment section of PayPal or Cash App. Put your birthday in there. You can put your name and your birthday. So when I shout your name out, boom, you can put your name and your birthday. But everybody's will be answered, everybody's name. But you have to donate. If there's no donation, then there will not be any. I will not do it. And remember, do not use Super Chat. Please do not use Super Chat because, I'm going to, and Super Chat is, man. So this is going to be very interesting. You know what? I'll let you use Super Chat. Why not? I'm going to let people use Super Chat because some people can't, some people don't have it. If you got Super Chat, go ahead, but limit it on the Super Chat. But keep it on because I can't really see the way I want to see with that Super Chat. But I will prefer Cash App or PayPal. And again, this is very important. This is a very important topic about letting, Dr. B seemed to have popularized this word. Seem to have popularized this word allow. Big up to Dr. B. He even have the t-shirts now. Dr. B got the t-shirts now. So big up to Dr. B. Well, if you don't know what Super Chat is, then do PayPal or Cash App. But I'm still standing by no Super Chats. I might allow a few Super Chats. Only reason because of the issues I've been having with Super Chat. So that's why I really don't do Super Chat that much. But PayPal and Cash App, I do. I do it. That's right. So, family, this particular numerovational breakdown is going to be very important for people to consider because. And I want to say happy birthday to one of my late great martial arts advisors, Soke Abdul Ali Kareem. I've interviewed him on this channel before. Happy birthday to him. He transitioned a year or two ago. But let's get to the meaning of the word allow first. Okay, so the word allow, according to the dictionary,
Allow.
Yeah, there it is.
Allow.
Allow means give someone permission to do something. Give the necessary time or opportunity for. Admit the truth. Concede. So those are three meanings that they have, right? And I'm going to stay focused on give the necessary time or opportunity for. So let's deal with that meaning right there of the word allow. Not really allowing, and also give permission to do something. That's one. Those are the two words that I want to focus on. Those are the two meanings that I want to focus on, if you don't mind. I'm going to focus on those two meanings right here today, okay, for the word allow. Let me put this one up here. That's one. One. And we're going to do the second one that I like also. For the word allow, give necessary time. One of them is give necessary time for or opportunity for, and the other one is give someone permission to do something, permit someone to have something, permit someone to admit an event or activity illegal. I think that's it. I think give permission. It says someone, but just give yourself permission to do something. That's one of the meanings I want to put up there also. All right. So yes, family, I am taking donations for, as you see scrolling on the bottom there, those who want a quick numerovational guidance. Quick. And if you've done it before, let some new people come in. It's all right. Let the new people come in and get that work. But like I said, I prefer Cash App and PayPal. That's better for me. Cash App and PayPal is the best. So, and so the word allow means give the necessary time or opportunity for something, or something that you want to accomplish, or whatever. And the second meaning means give someone permission to do something, or give yourself permission. So I'm going to change that, give someone / yourself. I'm going to put yourself first. Give yourself, capitalize that, yourself / someone permission. And what do I mean by that? A lot of us don't allow ourselves to do what we came here to do. A lot of us do not realize how important it is for you to do what you came to do. And some people came here to be fathers. Some people came here not to be fathers. Some here came to be came here to be mothers. Some here came here not to be mothers. Some here came to be successful on higher levels, and some people came to be mediocre or just in their neighborhood successful. Just success is in the eyes of the beholder, because success could be just taking care of maintaining your house, or maintaining your apartment, maintaining your bills. That is success. It's just if you want higher levels of success, then you're more likely going to have to give yourself permission to do, or give the necessary time and opportunity for what you want to allow into your life. That's why the word allow that Dr. B promotes so well, big up to Dr. B. Allow is a very important mathematical word, because the word allow in the Pythagorean system adds up to an 18, which is a 9, and 9 is a number of higher levels of accomplishments and completion, and always seeing it to a higher level, seeing things till it's finished. So if you're going to allow yourself, and the word allow means give the necessary time or opportunity for something, so you have to give yourself time to finish it. You can't just start and stop and start and stop and start. That just don't make sense. It's not going to work. It doesn't work. You know what I'm saying? It does not work if you don't allow yourself to do it and give the necessary time and opportunity. And it is not microwave. Me becoming a radio personality was not microwave. Even making it to a morning show slot, because for me to be a weekend radio personality, to the point that the higher ups on the radio station recognize my abilities to have fun and enjoy self, and recognize my partner at that time's ability to have fun. I had to show and prove on that radio that people with me. And because I move so fast, and morning shows require you to move fast, so I had to give the necessary time and opportunity for me to show my radio talents, because I translated what I did on the stage as an MC and as a promoter, and put it on radio, and I put it on television back in New York, back in the late 80s into the 90s, going into the 2000s. So I did that, and they seen and seized an opportunity, because smart business people like radio, terrestrial radio, television shows will seize an opportunity to be able to attract more customers to their station and through their television broadcasting. And that's what they seen in myself at that time, or people like Prince Kalunda of that time, And if you're listening to any radio program, if you're listening to The Breakfast Club or Steve Harvey, they're higher ups that recognize, because those people gave the necessary time and opportunity for them to grow into what they become and then be able to be of a successful broadcaster on their radio. So when you see those people that are doing morning show and syndicated all over the world, the Howard Sterns, everybody had their start and had to give necessary time. That's what the word allow means. But they had to think on higher levels and see things to completion. Where the one deals with, they had to develop a creative aspect about themselves. They had to allow themselves to be creative. They had to allow themselves to learn how to give and take and how to adapt and how to flow, because the 8 is a flowing balanced number. It's an infinite flow. That's why it looks like the infinity symbol, or I dare to say that the infinity symbol looks like the 8. And 8 is known as a karmic number. So if you're going to allow yourself to do something in order for you to get to where you got to go to, or do something that you got to do, you got to give the necessary time and give yourself opportunities, or be opened up to opportunities. The other meaning is give yourself or someone permission to do something. Give yourself, yes, but if you're giving yourself the permission to do something, then the person that needs to see you will also be allowed or given the permission to do something for you too, because it takes energy to connect with other energy, so energy can keep on growing. That's why I always say there's no such thing as a self-made man or woman. There's no self-made man or woman. Your mommy and daddy came to me that made you, and so on and so forth. So anybody that attaches to your energy and want to take you to the next level, everyone needs someone to make themselves better. Especially if you're dealing with business or you're dealing with anything else, you need those energy. And then you have to align yourself. So you got to give yourself permission to do something, but also once someone outside of you see what you're doing and they may have the energy to take you to the next level, then you got to give them permission to do something for you. So the word allow deals with that. And in the Chaldean system, the word allow adds up to a number 20, and 20 is the number of the awakening according to compound numerology. So you have to be awakening to what you want to allow yourself to do. You got to awaken yourself. You got to be aware, because it is not only the number of the awakening, but it's also a number of judgment and discernment and paying attention to where you want to go, how you want, and be very alerted and open your spiritual mind, because 20 is a spiritual number. It's an energetic, spiritual, and intuitive number. So you got to be able to tap. In order for you to allow yourself to become successful in anything you want to do, whether small or large, and it's all right, small successes lead to big successes. So whether small or large, you got to be intuitive. You have to be able to tap into your gut feeling and at a drop of a dime. You got to be able to tap into your gut feelings at a drop of a dime. So let's go to the word permission, shall we? Let's go to the word permission. And again, family, I am going to be giving quick advice with your birthday and your name. I got 2 hours today. I got 2 hours. So right now in this first hour, just breaking down the words allow and permission. But I want to go to the word permission and what it means from a dictionary meaning. The word permission and what it means from a dictionary meaning.
Permission. Permission.
Mm-hmm. There's only two simple meanings here. It's the words consent, authorization, and official document given authorization. So let's say with that consent and authorization. Let's stay with that word for permission. Okay, that's the one meaning for permission, which allow is similar to the word permission itself. So for the word permission, it means give yourself consent. You are the one who can authorize what you want to do. So you're giving yourself consent and you're giving yourself authorization. But does it take work? Yes. If you're going to say you're finally going to give yourself permission to marry somebody, or give yourself permission or allow yourself to open up to love, it's you giving consent, not just physically, but you're giving consent emotionally, spiritually, physically, and mentally. So when you're talking about allowing yourself or giving yourself permission, you're doing it on 4 different levels: emotionally, spiritually, physically, and mentally. There's 4 levels to this, and there might even be more. But I'm talking about from what I have seen. When you have made that decision to allow yourself to be, or give yourself permission to be something of some type of substance, not just being relative, but also being not just being relevant. Sorry, not just being relevant, but even bigger than that. And that's why I like what Star from Star Report says about not being relevant for the moment, but being a factor that lasts throughout time. Because let's go to something successful, a person successful in history. Bob Marley has become a factor in time, not just relevant, because he is relevant still, because people will still go to Bob Marley's music just to get some type of positive inspiration. So he is still relevant because he's been #1 on and off of iTunes for years, and he has transitioned May 11th, 1981. He transitioned May 11th, 1981. Look how many years that is. 24, take away 1981 equals 43 years. Bob Marley has become a factor, not just relevant. Let's go to the white perspective. J.P. Morgan. To this day, we still hearing about J.P. Morgan because both Bob and J.P. Morgan allowed and gave themselves permission not just to be relevant for their time. J.P. Morgan as a banker and all that, and Bob Marley in the music, but they became a factor. They gave themselves permission. Emotional, spiritual, physical, and mental. All of it was all culminating and taking it to the next level. I see Jocelyn Clark. I see you. I'm going to come to you in a few. I see you, Jocelyn Clark. I see the Cash App you sent. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Jocelyn. I will be coming to you in the next few minutes. Give me a little time. I got you. I see you. I see your Cash App, and I will drop some good stuff for you in a few. Oh yeah, you're born under one of my friends' birthdays, so big up to you. And that girl doing wonders in this world. She gets consultation from me every year. So I'm coming to Jocelyn, who dropped me some $5.55. I'm coming to you. So be patient with me, Jocelyn. Josh, I'll be with you in a few seconds. Let me finish. So, but I want people to realize that it's important that we allow and give ourselves permission to be our greatest and highest, wisest self. And I want you to share this with people. Don't just look at me, and I don't want to just preach to the choir. I'm not a preacher. I don't preach. I don't like preaching to the choir. I like new people, but I want people that are open to this journey of numerovation and using their numbers to motivate them, because that is why I do what I do, is help you to use. And some people might say that can't work. How can I use my birthday or my name as a form of guidance? Back in the day, they never thought that they would be able to use. Some of us don't even know that we could use the stars and the moon as a form of guidance. Some of us, and now it's been translated into what we call the GPS. You go to regular schools. We've been taught lies throughout schools that have guided us throughout the school, whether we believe in Columbus or not, whether we believe in this or not, whether we believe that the moon is this amount of distance away from the sun or not. We have never done the measurements, but we believe in it, and we can regurgitate it to the world and say this is a fact because what NASA told us, or this. And everything is relevant. Everything could be exactly what that is. But when it comes to human existence, if all of the great scientists of the world have said the universe is a grand mathematical book, and mathematics is not the is all or be all, but more than likely, if you're going to speak, if mathematics is a language and you need to speak to people of higher or entities of higher understanding, it more than likely would be mathematics, because mathematics really, in its purest form, has a whole connection throughout the whole universe, because the universe and its geometrical shapes and things are mathematics. It's all about mathematics. So mathematics was revealed, or numbers was revealed to us to help guide us, to show us. And it's not just on a macrocosmic level, it's also on a microcosmic level, if you're willing to put it to work. So everyone's birthday has a meaning. Everyone's birthday has a guide. Everyone, if you allow it and open up to it, that's what will happen. Now, I have, I'm going to go to a sister real quick that just sent me a Cash App. Big up to her. Let me make sure everything, is right and exact. She sent $5.55. Thank you very much, Miss Clark. All right. Thank you very much, Miss Clark. I'm going to show your name and your Cash App so people know that I'm serious about what I do. And she's born 1993. So with this beautiful person here who shared $5.55, I want you to know that when you add 3 plus 12, that equals 15. I'm talking to Jocelyn Clark, who shared $5.55 on PayPal, on Cash App. Remember, I am taking for quick advice. It's quick advice, not long dissertations. $4.44, $5.55, $5.55, $10.10, and up through Cash App and PayPal right now to give people a quick session. So, Jocelyn, my dear, let me say something about your name. And just the Clark name. And I want you to Google up all the Clarks in history, whether it's Clark Gable, whether it's the Clark brothers, whoever. That name is also very significant, but because your alignment number is the 15, when you add 3 plus 12, that's 15, which is a 6. You got to be very mindful of battling between the spiritual and the physical realm, because in tarot, that name is called the devil card. And don't take it negative, but if you look at the devil, if you look at the word devil, Devil, backwards it says live. So there is a duality with the word itself, devil. And because you're born on the 15th, remember, it comes with a lot of creativity that you have to do in order for you to accomplish greater goals, in order for you to allow yourself to come and give yourself permission. You got to allow yourself to use your creative aspect. And because you're born on the 12th, you need to write it down, because sometimes the number 12 can be a victimization number where they stagnate their voice and their writing when they're supposed to express it through healing, creativity, and allowing yourself to, and the permission to open up. And that could come from what happened in the family prior. That could come from what happened to your family, because that alignment number 15, which adds up to a 6, says that something early happened in the family, whether it's with mom's side or father's side, whether something happened to you, there's something that you need to forgive and let go. Let it go. Because that number 12 can become a victimization number. And that's why I wrote it in my book about the number 12 in compound numerology. That's the symbol And although that number 12 is the symbol of universal manifestation, create a complete expression, it's also a symbol of resourcefulness, enthusiastic, being creative. But on the negative, it deals with being a sacrificial lamb. So you should not allow people to put you in a position that will sacrifice you for their bull crap. It's very important. You know, so it's very important, and I'm dealing with what. So that 3 and that 12 is very important factors as far as your alignment number. Very important part of your alignment number. Very important part of your alignment number, and it's important that you learn to align with loving yourself a little bit more, because sometimes people with that alignment number 6 can be a mother hen. You're trying to fix people and all that kind of stuff. Stop it. The only person you could fix, and I'm telling that person that's born on that 312, only person you could fix is yourself. Do not try to fix other people all the time. You give people the benefit of the doubt, and I understand that because of that 6 energy. But you can lead yourself into controversy and becoming a sacrificial lamb if you don't take heed. All right. Moving right along. Again, the word allow and permission is very important. Very important factor in all of our lives, because myself, I had to allow myself to step out of my comfort zone or step out of my fear. And the way I got on radio on WWRL back in the day, 1600, is because I heard they was looking for new radio personalities on the air, and they said submit a cassette, and your brother did a Love is the Message, and I did the intro and outro. This is This is Simon Templar on WWRL, and here's the music. Love is the Message. Came in and then outro. That was Love is the Message. You're tuning into WWRL 1600. I did it just like that. And Bob Law, may his wife rest in peace, but Bob Law was my boss at that time. Those who know Night Talk and all that, and WBAI and all the radio shows that he's been on, Bob Law hired me on the spot, called me like the next few days and said, yo, I love what you said. I love the cassette. Can you come in and have a meeting? And at that time, WWRL. But I had to allow myself and give myself permission to overcome some fears in my life. That's what I had to do. So the next person, whoever circulates, whoever circulates to at least $4.44 or $5, it's right there. Those that are circulating, you can go to Cash App, no super chat, Cash App or PayPal. Cash App or PayPal. And the Cash App is right there, $ Kingsimon3158. And PayPal is www.paypal.me/Kingsimon. So it's important that we allow ourselves to be to open up to what we're supposed to do, because like the Buddha said back in the day, if you remember, this is one of the quotes that I shared before. Like the Buddha said back in the day, and it's a good quote. I'm looking for it right now. Where is it at? I want to make sure I quote it correctly. It's a saying from the Buddha. It's a saying from the Buddha. And remember, the word Buddha means enlightened one. So all of us that are on the journey are enlightened. All of us that are on the journey are enlightened. And it says, your purpose in life is to find your purpose. The purpose in life is to find your purpose. Let me say that again. Your purpose in life is to find your purpose. So the person that I just read, if the person that I just broke down in numbers, your purpose in life from a numerical perspective is to heal people, but you got to be very careful of becoming a sacrificial lamb to other people. Let me say that again. purpose in life. Okay. Billy Carson just sent me something. Big up to Billy Carson. He just sent me something. We are looking at it right now. What is this? No. Big up to Billy Carson. Okay, so the next person, I see somebody just sent me a Cash App, or I think it's Eric. Yeah. Big up to Eric, 3311, and your birthday is March the 6th. Great. You're born the same day as Dr. Baruti. One thing about people born under that number, they have to be very mindful that people born under that March 6th energy have to be very mindful of anger issues, and they have to be mindful of fear and letting fear take them over. You got to be very mindful of letting fear take you over. Very mindful of that. Because March is a number 3, and 3 plus 6 equals 9. Now, according to cosmic numerology, this is your last exam on Earth. And if you had known this 20 years ago, you would probably be doing a lot more with your life. Because that number 9, because it represents the last, according to cosmic numerology, I have to say that, because these are different perspectives that I like to touch on. And according to cosmic numerology, who wrote the book, Mr. Michael Brill, who wrote the book Numerology for Decoding Behavior, he used to work for NASA. And Michael, the name Michael is a master number 22 and master number 33. So they have a lot of deeper insight, very good deep insight. So according to his study, as far as cosmic numerology, you got to remember, when you have 9, 9 represents completion and endings. So this would be, according to the alignment or the pinnacle number, this would be your last and final exam on Earth. So like Les Brown would say, you should live full of your dreams, your goals, and your aspirations. And if you've held yourself back due to family, again, because that number 6, being born on March 6th, what I found with a lot of people born under the March 6th moniker or the March 6th birthday, like D.L. Hughley or like Dr. Baruti. Dr. Baruti went through a little bit of alcohol addiction too, to alcohol. Even D.L. Hughley has his little addiction to alcohol, the love to drink and all that kind of stuff. So people born on that March 6th got to be very careful of going down the roads of negative addiction and allow themselves or give them permission to stay on the positive, educational, and healing, because the 9, which is your alignment number, is a universal healing and humanitarian number, but the number 6 is the number of balance, harmony, healing, and growth. Plant life, being around plant life is so important for you. You've got to allow nature, give yourself permission to allow nature to be your guide also. And I'm talking to Eric. Who sent their payment of $15.15. So it's not hard for you, but you got to be willing, because you naturally love people. You naturally love people. But you got to be very careful of giving people the benefit of the doubt. Got to be very careful, because you're also, both of y'all that just texted me, both of y'all are the one that was born March 12th and this person born March 6th. Both of y'all are water signs connected to the Pisces, which is also connected to number 3 in the system of astronumerology when you connect the numbers. And 3 always have to write their thoughts and write their ideas. So when you have 3 in your birthday at any portion of your birthday, whether it's the month that you're born, the day that you're born, you have to write out things. You have to write your ideas and put them to work. Because 3, because you're born in the month of March, 3 is one of the numbers of not just being optimistic and jovial, but it's a number of turning your pain, pleasures, and passion and make them into profit. So whatever hurt you went through, I'm talking about people born in March, people born connected to this March 6th, this guy March 6th, you got to, whatever pain you went through, you need to flip it into those lessons into blessings right now. Start writing those ideas and make them manifest. Use the number 6 and say, hey, I'm going to do this in 6 days, 6 weeks, 6 months. The number 12, use it, say I'm going to do this in 12 days, 12 weeks, 12 months. If you're born under any number from 1 to 31, always try to unite with that number by saying, look, I'm going to do this on the first day, the first week, the first month, or the first of every month, I'm going to do this. On the 31st or 31st of every month, I'm going to do this. I'm going to take myself to it. You're using it as a guiding apparatus so you could accomplish the short-term goals that will lead to a long-term goal. So when you have people born under the March 6th energy, if you add the 3 plus the 6 plus the 1977, and mind you, 77 is also in your birthday because 77 is a spiritual number of movement, a fluid number of movement, spiritual adaptability, spiritual accomplishments on a higher level. But you always got to be a little bit more careful of people who are deceptive. Got to be careful of people who are deceptive. And because when I added the March plus the 6, plus the 1977, it adds up to 1986. That 10, 19 plus 8 plus 6 equals 24. Again, the healing number 6 comes. So what you came to do, according to your numbers, is to heal, help, guide, be of service to people. That is one of your purposes. Just because of your life path, because the life path follows you throughout your, but every one of the numbers connected to your month, your day, and the year is an important factor of your life. And every one of them is like the organs in the body. You got one body, but yet every organ and every number in your birthday and your name work for a significant purpose to give you guidance or to help you along the way. It helps you to navigate. That's what Numerovation is all about. So I hope, Eric, you understand what needs to be done. I don't care how old you are now, because if I took 2024 from 1977, that means you're 47 years now. You're going to be going into the next 3 years, you're going to be going into your wisdom cycle. So it's time to express your wisdom, and you're feeling the effects. You're going to have to share your wisdom, whether it's through teaching, educating, but you got to teach what you know and find your flow. I'm talking to Eric. Teach what you know and find your flow. Because all these years you have galvanized different things. You have gone through different things, and all that you have galvanized and gone through, because you're entering your wisdom cycle in a few, and you're starting to feel the effects of this wisdom cycle. You'll officially be in your wisdom cycle in your 51st birthday, although you're 47, but you're starting to remember this thing coming gradually, especially as you're getting older. So you got to take your time and start developing what is it that you want to share with the world before you leave this planet. I'm talking to Eric. And of course, your name and everything else you got double G's, you got a whole lot of master numbers around, and the words allow and permission has double L's and double S. So I see the master number 33, just like in Eric's last name, I see the master number 77 and 33 because I'm using two different systems. So when you do a full session with me, Eric, what I'll do for anybody that does share any type of finance, if they want to do a full session with me, I will take off the price that you shared I will take off the price of what you shared with me through Cash App and PayPal and charge you accordingly. Of course, because my sessions is a certain amount of money, certain amount of circulation. So yes. So it's very important that you understand that if you paid $15.15, I will take off your $15.15 only because you was on today. You was on today. When you're ready to set up a full session, you got to text me your full name and date of birth. That includes your middle name also. It includes your middle name also when you're ready. All right, let me go to the next person. Go to the next person. Harriet Jeremiah. I see Harriet Jeremiah. I believe you came in my chat and said you forgot to put your birthday in. Okay, you forgot to put your birthday. I think that's you. Let me see. Harriet Jeremiah. Boom. Yeah. Okay. So you're July the 11th. Gave me $5.55. $5.55. So yeah. So if you do, so if like my sessions is $136. So those who like, if Harriet want to book a full session now, I will take off the $5.55 off of the 136. Eric, I will take off the $15.50 off of the 136, but you'll still be paying the full price anyway, since you came up today and you shared your Cash App love. So whatever prices you spend on you circulated via this particular broadcast, then I will take off that amount off of the initial advertisement rate. So when you're ready, you could book your session. Text me your full name and date of birth to 347-496-1022. That's 347-496-1022. If you want to book a full session with your full name and date of birth, and I also go into different years that you're going into and all that kind of stuff. So I deal with all of that. I give you your power numbers, your power days, and all of that stuff too, and your challenge numbers and challenge days and all of that too. All right, so let's go to this next person. We just did Eric. Let's go to the next person. And let me see. Let's go to the next person. So family, it's important that you realize that why I got the words permission and allow and permission up here. The word permission itself adds up to a master number 11, adds up to 56, which is 11. So in order for you to give yourself permission, according to the numbers, there have to be a spiritual permission, because 11 is a spiritual number. America is like the number 11 is like a runway, so to speak, of the physical and the spiritual power that you have to give your permission to. You got to give your permission. You got to open up to, allow yourself and give yourself permission on what you want to do. And because 11 also shows up as far as the double S's, that's also, it intensify it even more. In the word allow, because the word 33, the double L's show up in the number, in the word allow, it intensifies what that word is. So when you decide to really allow yourself to do certain things and to accomplish certain goals and open up to it, whether, again, if it's on a small level or a high level, it's up to you at that, what level you want to take it to. Dr. B just called me. I got to call him back. So Harriet, because your birthday is, let me see here, I believe, hold on one second. Your birthday is July 11th. July 11th. Master numbers go through a lot of issues because they they second guess themselves a lot. That's what master numbers 11 like to do. They second guess their powers. They second guess who they are. When in actuality, master number 11s and master number 20, anybody born with master numbers, even in their name, it's all right to think about something, but if it's positive and productive for you, you need to just do it. You need to just do it. You need to just do it, especially if you know it's positive and productive. I have friends born on master number 11. Look at, you wouldn't know the greatness of Little Kim if she doubted herself on the streets of Brooklyn when Notorious B.I.G. said, hold this mic. On the streets, while they're doing a street battle, according to the biopic. While they're doing a street battle, it's Notorious B.I.G. and I think Mr. C and all of them was around at that time. They pulled her out and she went and did her thing. And then Notorious B.I.G. started writing for Little Kim. and she's born July 11th, if she had second guessed herself and said, oh, these are just street hoods and walking, she would still be in corporate America. She'd probably still be working a regular job if she had second guessed herself. She said she got it. And once a master number 11 or person born on the 11th or the 22 of any month or have 33 or 44 in their chart, if any in any of their vibrations, their name, or if they got it and they know they got it, they should never second guess themselves. I'm talking to July 11th, the person born on July 11th. Because when you add that 7 plus the 11, interesting enough, 7 plus 11 is an 18, which is a 9. Again, you come up, just like Eric came up with that 9 alignment number, you got a 9 alignment number in a different manner, because 7 plus 11 adds up to 18. That's a pinnacle in certain systems. It's called an achievement number in certain systems. It's called an alignment number in certain systems. So you got the alignment number 18, which is a 9. So you should be living full of your dreams, goals, and aspiration, traveling, learning different language. Anytime 9 shows up, that's why I tell people that have a 9 and they're a little older, I said, man, I wish your father or your mother would have found Lloyd 20, 30 years ago, because you would have been so much ahead of the game. Because 20, 30 years ago, I wasn't doing it. Lloyd Strayhorn was the epitome of numerology in our community because of his access to Oprah Winfrey and Iyanla Vanzant, his contemporaries. And I say the same thing for you, but there's no time than now. There's no better time than now. So this is one of the, as a master number 11, you have to always not doubt your abilities and your talents and your gift. And again, allow yourself to shine in what you want to do and how you want to do. And when you add it to that 1973, that adds up to 1991. And 1991, when you add that 1 plus that 9 plus that 9 plus that 1, adds up to 20. So there is some type of healing that you're supposed to do, because all 11s have a healing ability. And because your life path adds up to that number 20, there's some great purpose that you're supposed to do. That's why in my book, when I talk about the number 20 as the symbol of great purpose, I speak about it in my book right here. I said the number 20 is the awakening to new purpose, new ambitions, new plans, some call of action. So your life path, this person born July 11th, 1993, your life, 1973, your life path is a number 20. So there is something of great purpose, some ambition, some call to action that you're supposed to do, not just on a physical level, but from a spiritual level. And if you're an artist, Miss Jeremy, then you need to do it in an artistic way. You need to do it in a spiritual way. Whether it's art, whether it's music, whether it's sound bowls, whatever you're doing, if you're an artist in any capacity, it has to be balanced with the equilibrium of spirituality and physical. You have to balance the two and make sure that it's serving the greater good for humanity. I hope that helped you. Allow, permission. The word allow adds up to a master number. The word permission adds up to a master number 11. You're born under the. You're born under the number 11. In the vowels of the word permission, it adds up to a number 29, which is 11. The only thing I tell y'all, be very careful of people that try to deceive you. Be very careful of people who try to deceive you. And be very careful of deceiving yourself, because on the negative, 11 can be very deceptive. They can deceive themselves into who they love, or be deceived by people that loves them, or that say that they love them, or in business or relationship. If your intuition says go, go. If your intuition says don't go, because you're very intuitive. Everybody that came through, and remember, everybody has intuition, but when I look at numbers, I see even the higher potential of intuition. All of us have intuition. All of us have some form of psychic ability. On the street, it calls it psychic and intuition. In the church, they call it prophets and prophetess. Some people are afraid, and some people in the church will knock it down, because if you start to show your power, you can get persecuted in certain church circles. Jesus, his name adds up to a master number 11. And look what happened to him when he started showing his power. showing what he can do, and then people going back and telling the Pharisees and all that, oh, yo, this man, he putting on airs, he's walking on water. What? The word Jesus adds up to a master number 11 because he allowed and gave himself permission to use the power of the creative force within all of us to do what he did, according to the scripture. You got to understand how this works, huh? Oh, man, I'm not new to this, baby. I'm true to this. All right, I see somebody else. I see Cheryl Renee Blake Lee. There's a lot going on in that name there. 10-10 wins, baby. 10-10 wins. I see it. Got a lot going on. I see a lot going on. Just in your name, Lee alone. Oh my gosh. And that name, oh my goodness, it's so much. Because when you have Lee, remember when you have those double letters in your name, that also represents master number frequency from my perspective. Might not be from everybody else's perspective, but definitely from my perspective, I see the master, because that's why I do holistic numerovation. That's why I do that. So going to Cheryl. Again, Cheryl, master number 22. In the study of numbers, people born under the 22 are called creative genius. And it's in my book. I talk about it right here. Let me read it. Let me read what I said. It says the number 22 person can be highly intuitive and inspirational with a strong mastery of the material world. The number 22 people can be creative geniuses on numerous levels and can make this world a better place if they strive to master the physical as well as the spiritual side of themselves. Page 70 into 71, I'm talking about the number 22. But 22 has to be very careful of secret haters, secret enemies. Where there's great power comes great responsibility. So people that are born under that 22, you're old enough. Sam Cooke, he born January 22nd. Dr. J, born February 22nd. Reggae artist Beanie Man, born the same day you're born, August 22nd. The dancer that taught the dance Bogle, he was born August 22nd, got killed because of haters, secret haters. Professor James Smalls is born October 22nd. Shaggy is born October 22nd. Chancellor Williams is either born December 22nd or December 29th. It's either Chancellor Williams or Sheikh Anta Diop, but one of those are born on the 22nd of December. So 22nd come here to do things on a creative genius way, but sometimes they second guess their abilities and their talents. They got to stop. And if it is productive, and that's why I go on to say the inner works of master number 22 is to use the highly intuitive abilities in masterful and practical ways. Although their strengths is of the material realm, they must realize and adhere to the balance of the physical and the spiritual realm in order for them to rise to their greatness in this realm. You have to bring balance. And I'm talking to that person born August 22nd. August 22nd. And then in your name, there's so much to say. Yeah, book of fools. I'm telling you, book of fools. Wow. You said, wow, when I procrastinate, I start cramming when I have 15 days left and always get the job done. I was born on the 15th. Okay. Yeah, well, you got to be very, like I said, you got to bring balance. You got to bring balance when you're dealing with that 15 energy. But that person, Cheryl, you got to be very, you got to learn to stay focused and be willing to use your powers for good, of course, and be willing to write and express it, because your alignment number, when you add the number 8 plus the 22, that adds up to a number 30. And in my book, the number 30 is the symbol of mental outlook, superior mindset. But you got to be very careful of being scattered brain and all over the place. That's when you don't get nothing accomplished. If you're scattered brain and all over the place, it don't make sense. Because number 30 is a powerful number. I'm talking about you could come with a jovial and creative attitude, but if you're scattered and all over the place, Cheryl, that's going to be the problem with you, because that's what you're aligned with. But again, that number 3, that number 30, it has a mental outlook, but you got to be willing to develop your communication skills, develop your visionary skills, develop to have a good sense of humor when you're talking. That's why Beanie Man is a hilarious person when he's on stage. If you listen to Beanie Man, since he was a child, he's recognized he was a master of using his voice. Beanie Man, the reggae artist, has been using his voice since he was 6 years of age. I have a old video of Beanie Man singing on a stage, because that alignment number 30 took hold of him early. When you add that 8 plus the 22, that alignment, he knew that he had to hold that microphone. Because when a master number 22 with that alignment number 30 knows that they're supposed to be on the mic, or they're supposed to write, or they're supposed to do some acting or whatever, they're going to go out and do it. And as long as they do it till they're satisfied and do it with the highest and wisest ability, they will accomplish their goals. So Cheryl, I hope that helped you in some way. And it don't matter how old you are now. It don't matter. I don't care how old you are. You got that 1958. So if you add 8 plus 22 plus 1958 equals 1988. Again, this 88 comes now. 88 comes. Apparently something of significance could have happened in that vibration of 1988. But 88 is a number of planning. And if you don't plan, you plan to fail. But when you add that 1988, that 1 plus 9 plus 8 plus 8 equals 26. 8 says you're supposed to have multiple streams of income, but you sometimes make wrong decisions. And people born with that 26 life path have to be careful of wrong partnerships, bad speculation, bad partnerships, and bad unions and bad advice. You got to be very careful. I wrote that in my book about the 26. So your life path is a 26. When you add it all the way across, when you add 8 plus 22 plus 1958, adds up to 1988. And 1 plus 9 is 10. 10 plus that 16 is 26. Now we got 26. So it's important that you be very careful of the partners that you have, Cheryl. You got to be very careful of making bad speculation. Disasters could come about with bad acquaintances. So you have to use the 22 energy to be in tune and be intuitive. And there's much more with your name and all of that. And so if you want to book a full session with me, like I said, I'll take that price off. I'll take $10 off, or when I send you the details, you can take off the $10.10 off of the initial price of the session, Cheryl. But remember, I'm going to deal with your first name, middle name. I'm dealing with last name. I'm dealing with all of that. And I'm showing you all the vibrations of how to use the numbers, because again, if you read what this flyer says, the study of numbers or numerology is applied mathematics. Learn how to apply your numbers and they will guide you. Learn how to apply your numbers and they will guide you. It is a guiding apparatus if you're willing to open up to it. Okay, so there's, let me see, there's nobody else. So there's nobody else that donated. So I'm going to keep it moving. No. I don't, as you can tell, I don't only break down words. I'm breaking down words only because nobody else is doing it. Somebody asked on IG, do I only break down? No, I break down birthdays and everything else, but I've been breaking down sayings and words because no one else is really doing it like I'm doing it, because I'm showing you that the words that you use can be connected to your birthday. So allow and permission can be connected to what you need to do. And the frequencies of these numbers connected to allow and permission can also open you up to what you need to do in this realm. So if the word permission adds up to a number 39, which is a 12, which is a 3, you can, the permission, that means in what you're permitting yourself or having permission open yourself up to do, that means you got to expand in it. So once you give yourself the permission, once you allow yourself, allow is the number of completion and ending. But in the Chaldean system, the consonants of the word allow adds up to the number 12, which is a 3. Adds up in the consonants in the Pythagorean system, it adds up to a number 11, which is another spiritual, when you're dealing with allowing yourself to be something. Allowing you have to be open to the spiritual side of numbers and their vibration, and why word sound vibration is so important. When you say I allow, when Dr. B tells you to say I allow, or when you say I give myself permission, these are very important words that we need to use more to help excel our abilities and do certain things. Is it going to happen overnight? Hell no, it's not going to happen overnight. You still need to put in that work, but at least give yourself, what did I tell you what the word allow means? Give the necessary time or opportunity for it to happen. That's what the word allow means. Give the necessary time. What does the word permission mean? Consent, authorization. Give yourself consent. Give yourself authorization, because you've let other people rule you, mind control you, whether it's your parents, whether it's your family, whether it's your job, whether it's the world, television, radio. You've given them consent and authorization instead of giving yourself consent and authorization, which that's what the word permission means. Give the necessary time to allow yourself. That's why Dr. B said there's nothing wrong with, and there's a big argument between the I amers and the I allowers. That's some irrelevant stuff. That's really irrelevant. Why are you arguing about what somebody's saying about allow and I am? Why not use both of them? I use both of them. I say I am and I allow myself to be great. So I don't lose no energy, because you can tell a homeless person to say, I am great, and they'll be there tomorrow doing the same homeless thing, just laying there asking you for money. But if you give the homeless person the I am and I allow, there's a process in the allowing. Like I said, the word allow means give the necessary time and opportunity. Just because you say I am don't mean that you are. You might be that spiritually. You might be great spiritually, because all of our spirit and our energy within us is great. No doubt. All of it is great. Homeless, the ant, the bees, the energy within us, all of it is great. All of it is great. But as far as climbing the ladder of success in this realm, you have to give the necessary time and opportunity for you to become the great I am in that field that you are giving yourself necessary time and opportunity to get into. Very important. Yes, Cheryl. So, Cheryl, make sure you book a full session. I'll take off the $10.10 that you shared. Book a full session, and I'll show you how it all works, all your name and everything, how it all gels. Even that name Lee. Look at the name Lee in history. Bruce Lee, Spike Lee, Lee Jeans. There's a reason why Lee is successful. And when you see the number Lee, the name Lee, and I worked with Spike Lee before. The word Lee, Bruce Lee, Spike Lee, adds up to a power number 13 in both systems of numerology. Number 13 is a number of power and dominion. And if you're willing to show forth your power with a last name or first name named Lee, I don't give a damn. Sarah Lee. We heard of Sarah Lee too. Why do you think it's been successful in history? 13 is a power and dominant number. I wrote it in my book. I say it right here in my book on page 67. The number 13 is the symbol of power and dominion if properly understood. But if it is wrongly used, it will wreak destruction upon itself according to some occult studies. The number 13 is a number of visionary, vision, imagination, innovation, highest state of mind. That's what I wrote in my book. So if you got the name Lee, or you attach the name Lee to your name, Bruce Lee, Sarah Lee, Spike Lee, Shauna Lee, that's Spike's wife, Shauna Lee. Lee, it's going to give you power mathematically, but it's also going to give you discipline, because the number 4 is the number of discipline, order, structure in both systems of numerology. And if you get jiggy with it, if you add the two 4s and add up to an 8, then it brings you money vibration, having multiple streams of income, like Spike Lee, like Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee's still making money. He's a factor in this year. His daughter is, I got the book. I got daughter's book here. His daughter's still making money off of Bruce Lee's philosophy. The Lee. Powerful name. Powerful name. That's why your names are so important to me when I'm breaking down your session, when I'm in the session with you. Names and words is very important. Names and words. Hey, somebody just said Robert Lee. Yeah, Robert Lee. Robert E. Lee. Military minds. Yeah, it doesn't, if it's your married name, it's just that you added that vibration. Whoever you're married to, you've inherited that vibration because your last name is what we call the inherited name. It's a name of inheritance, or it's a hereditary name. So if it's your husband's last name, then it's a little stronger than with him. But if it's your last name through marriage, then you just added that vibration to it. And I usually break that down, you know? You've carried it for 46 years. Hey, you better use it. You better use it. If you ain't drop it, you better use it. That means you love that man. You love that man. You must love that man. Okay, I got one more person. All right, look, I've been up here for an hour. I got a few more minutes with y'all. Let me see. Okay, somebody said, okay, Jarvis Birch sent it for Latoya Birch. Okay, Latoya Birch is born same day as my dear, beautiful. If there was a voluptuous woman that I love, y'all know this. That's that beautiful sister named Jill Scott. I love me some Jill Scott. I've dreamt about Jill Scott. Lord have mercy. Ooh, and she held me down. TMI. Jill Scott. I was jealous when she was on the James Brown movie with my boy Chadwick Boseman. She said, "You better get up off here, Mr. Dynamite." I was like, Jill Scott. Lord. Oh yeah, she born April 4th. Okay. Come on, Simon. Stop playing. Whew. Lord have mercy. Okay, Jill Scott. Latoya. Okay, Latoya B. Big up. So what you got one thing, and this is a good book to have. And I'm only doing this because I see that she's born 4/4/1982. And remember, your name and everything means something. So I'm just going to drop down something brief, but I'm going to read something from his book of what he says about the achievement number. When you add the 4 plus the 4, I see 44. He might not see 44. So I already see 44. I see the master number 44. But what he says in his book, Michael Brill, Numerology for Decoding Behavior. I'm not, like I said, I'm not afraid to share other people's books because this is the numerovational perspective from all that. He says the negative of the number 8 at that alignment number, that 4 plus 4, that's the alignment. He calls it I call it an alignment. He calls it an achievement. Some people call it the first pinnacle, which usually lasts for a certain amount of time, especially for your birthday, 9 years. It might last for 27 years or 36 years, depending on what system you're going under. It says the achievement number, money is a major issue for those with this achievement number. You can spend money like a drunken sailor or squeeze a dollar so hard that tears come to George Washington's eyes. You can have a fear of success or be driven to achieve it, regardless of the personal cost. You can become frustrated if you feel you are not being given the recognition you deserve, which may lead to disloyalty. You may have issues with authority. Individuals with this achievement number can be arrogant or a bully. They can have a very short fuse. For those with this achievement number, there is always the possibility of violence in speech, actions, manner, either as a perpetrator or a victim. That's from his perspective. The positive of that alignment number is a leader, not a manager, who has the ability and the bearings to organize, orchestrate, and delegate to others. Good at politics, business, commerce, leading institution, and organization. Must learn to walk the walk and not just talk it. But while you're walking that walk and not just talking it, make sure you look good in your attire also. So you gotta always, you do good in business, Latoya, running your own business. And it comes with a lot of discipline and structure because 4 is a number of discipline and organization and structure. So you do good in business. And because I consider it the 44 energy, it's important that you recognize that 44 is the number of dedicated and being dedicated to your work. Your dedication to your work is going to be so important. Throughout life, it has been so important. And you're supposed to have multiple streams of income, but you got to be dedicated and you have to trust the universe because 44 is the number of trusting the universe, trusting your inner universe as well as your outer universe. And because that 4 plus 1982 adds up to 1990, you can become the leader because that 1 plus 9 plus 9 plus 0 equals 19. And 19 is here to shine light on things, but you're here to start and finish what you start. And you can run your own business. If you're not running your own business, you should run your own business by now or should be working towards that, especially as you're getting older, because it will start to grow and become something of greater. And because I'm looking at the year that you're born, 1982 represents something too. When you add that 1 plus the 9 plus the 8 plus the 2, that equals 20. And again, just like the last person's life path, because you're born in the year 20, remember the word 20, the word allow says is a number 20 also in the Chaldean system. That means some great purpose you came to serve on this planet. And it might start developing even as you're getting older. So as you're getting older, you're going to have to start refining what you want to do so you can work smarter and not work harder as you're going into your 50s and beyond. I'm talking to Latoya. That name Latoya is a powerful name too. I have a few friends that's named Latoya. I know Latoya Jackson, not Michael Jackson, but I have a friend named Latoya Jackson. But that has a significant, when you add those letters, it's also adds significant to your birthday also. But like I said, these numerology or numerovation is about the navigational system that we use. You know, you got to do PayPal. Let's say PayPal is right there on the screen. It's scrolling by. You know, Divinity Warrior. Read. It's right there. It says PayPal on there. We got to read. Why people don't like to read that? What's wrong with our people? What's going on with our people nowadays? It's on the page and it's scrolling. It says www.paypal.me/King Simon. That's what it says. I mean, come on now. No, don't do this to me. It says it. It says it. It's been scrolling. But nobody wants to read no more. And you know, in the Quran they say Ikra. Ikra bismi rabbika Ikra bismi rabbikal alaq. Read in the name of your Lord. Leave in the name of the Creator. You are your Lord. You are your Creator. And if we slow down a little and take time and read and see, and not just get engulfed with what I'm saying. Don't get engulfed with what I'm saying. I'm always in my channel, I'm always advising someone, and you got to be able to look at the things from a holistic perspective. It's holistic. You got to be able to look at things from a holistic perspective. He said some old people can't see the small print. That's not true. Old people is the one that taught me to pay attention to the details. So get your glasses on and get your magnifying glass out. Old people told me to pay attention to the details. My grandfather lived up to 103 years of age, told me to pay attention. They used to say the devil is in the details. Not only the devil, God is in the detail. God is in the details. Stay focused. All right, so I hope that helped you. The last person that I just broke down that was born 4/4. I hope that helped you. Again, if you're willing to do a full session, I will take off that price. You just got to text me your full name and date of birth. I will take off that price off of the initial price of the session. Whatever you pay, just make sure you text me a picture or let me know that that's what the price you sent, so I know to take. Or you can take it off once I send you the details. Just take it off because that was the price. So it's important. Also, very other good important skills. This is a good person to contact if you want to do not cardiology, not cardiology. This is cartomancy. Cartomancy is an old system of just using the playing cards. Cardology and cartomancy is similar to, but this sister here, she's one of my new advertisers. And if you want to get some card, I'm gonna be interviewing her soon. And she's born on 11/22 also. So she's a very master number into it. So take a snapshot of this person and tell her that King Simon sent you. She'll hook you up. She'll hook you up. She's also a certified Reiki master, international yoga teacher. She also teaches it online and all that. Contact this person right here. Her number is 802-294-2801. Take a snapshot of this person. Cartomancy is very good. She's done some great stuff. And also, Carrie Ann Ingram have done great stuff for me. So if you want to contact Carrie Ann Ingram, she does tarot. She does tarot. All these divine nation systems can help. Take a picture of this. Take a snapshot of this right now. All these divine nation systems can help you if you're willing to put them to work. I don't tell you to praise it. I don't tell you to bow down to it. Don't call it God. Don't do none of that. They're only here to guide you. They're only here to guide you along your route and along your way. That's all it's here to do. That's all it's here to do. Guide you. That's all. So make sure you take a snapshot of Carrie Ann. That's my partner on Wednesdays from Toronto. And if you live in Canada, you can also book a session with her. She's very good at unlocking your limitless potential with those cards. She's very good at it, and she takes her time with you. All right. Also, she does distant Reiki and energy healing, and also she has healing jewelry also. And of course, we got a big up Lloyd Strayhorn. If you can't do a session with me, do an astro-numerology session with Lloyd. Can't do a session with me, do an astro-numerology session with Lloyd. As a matter of fact, I got to text Lloyd. Lloyd, I got to text Lloyd right now because, I think, you forget, you forgot, sometimes Lloyd forget things. Sometimes Lloyd forget, and I understand, but, my brother's doing a lot. And I always advertise his thing, but I want him to advertise something all the way until the month of October. Of course, the tribute to Dick Gregory. I want him to do the tribute to Dick Gregory. The advertisement for the tribute to Dick Gregory is going to be very important. Okay, so since nobody else has circulated any other circulation, again, you can go through Cash App or paypal.me/King Simon. That's paypal.me/King Simon. paypal.me/King Simon, or you can use Cash App $. Maybe I need to start posting the link inside the chat. You know what? That's what I'm going to start doing. That makes more sense. Since everybody is having problems, I'm gonna post the PayPal and the Cash App links in the chat so people can have it. Every time I come up here and do something like this, let me see. Boop, 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 boop. Let me put that there. Let me put that, because every time I come up there, it would be easy if you could just click on a link. I understand. I understand. It'll be easy if you could just click on a link. I got it. Okay, so I got the boom. Lonely won't leave me alone. Lonely won't leave me alone. Why, tell me why? Lonely won't let me fall in love. Try to say I love you, but the words won't come true. In my life, it always been my shadow and me. I guess that love will come and take me to the mood and show how much I never know. And we will be the one to know from right or wrong. Lonely, lonely just like a yesterday. Yeah, yeah. Lonely won't leave me alone. Lonely won't leave me alone. Why, tell me why? Lonely won't let me fall in love. Oh, everywhere I go, always by my side. Lonely won't let me fall in love. Okay, I'm gonna put it in there. Circulate funds through. Try to say I live. There it is, baby. Put them both up there now. Bang, there it is. I got both of them up there now. Can't say I ain't do it. I'm gonna pin it to the top. I got both of them up there now. Okay. I got both of them up there now. There it goes. All righty. I'll be up here till 11 o'clock. I was here since 9 o'clock. I'll be up here till 11 o'clock. And those that I don't get to, you can book your session, and all you have to do is tell me how much you paid via Cash App or PayPal. Then I'll take off that initial price. Okay. All right. Fully loaded. Okay. Who's this? I don't know who that is. Who that is? Who that is? My baby daddy. Who that is? My baby daddy. Who that is? Who that is? You gotta. Somebody text me. Somebody sent me something and didn't put their birthday in. Okay. This is what we're doing. Okay. Somebody named Rosalind. Oh, that's an interesting name there, Rosalind. Oh, that mercy, Rosalind. That's an interesting name. You forgot to put your birthday in, so this is only going to be a quick advice. And if you do want to book a session with me, you can also text me via Cash App. You can text me via WhatsApp also if you live outside of the United States. Let me say that again. If you live outside of the United States, use WhatsApp. If you live outside of the United States, use WhatsApp. Let me say that again. If you live outside of the United States, use WhatsApp. If you live inside of the United States and you live in territories that are owned and operated by the United States, like Puerto Rico and the U.S. Virgin Islands, you don't have to use WhatsApp. Just use a regular number. But if you live in Canada or England and you want to book a full session, there it is. Text me via WhatsApp. I think the code is +1, and then you put the 347-496-1022. That's +1 347-496. Okay, so someone just sent me 20. Okay, there you go. All right. Okay, okay, you're very beautiful, divinity warrior. Okay, okay, very beautiful sister. If that's your picture now, if that's your picture now, you're a beautiful sister. I might have to come to Canada. Let me stop. Okay, so she said 2020. Interesting. So you're born on the 26th month, and your alignment number your alignment number is a 29. Let me talk to you right now. Your alignment number is a 29. And when you have an alignment number 29, which equates to the number 11, in my book, I talk about the 29 also. Before the 11, because when I do people's session, if you have an alignment number that's a 29, and what do I mean by that? When you add the 26 plus the 3, you're born March 26th. One of my dear friends is born March 26th. So when you add that plus, when you add that, let's say March plus 26, which equals 29, which equals 11, which equals 2. Me, the holistic numerovator, I see all of I don't only see this number. I don't just see this number and this number separately. I see this number and I see it separately. I see this number and I see it separately. And I see this number because it's giving me a full picture. Just by the month and the day you're born gave me a full picture of what you need to do, what you need to be careful, especially when it comes to when you're in the midst of compassion, because the number 29, I wrote it in my book, is the symbol of compassion and completion of vision. But it is also known as the number of uncertainty and treachery and deception. So your alignment number, when I added the 3 plus the 26, which equals 29, is a number of whatever you do, you got to do it with compassion. And then you have to see what you're doing with compassion and see it to completion, because it is the symbol of compassion and completion of vision. Because 11 is also a visionary number, and it tells me that you see what other people don't see, but sometimes you can cloud your thoughts and be deceived by others because you give people the benefit of the doubt. People got to work for your trust, to tell you the truth, because your intuition tells you about a person all the time, especially when it came to relationships. Somebody, she's saying that's true. Oh yeah, I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. You know? And the problem is that you're not allowing, again, going back to the word allow and giving yourself permission. I'm using the words that I've been breaking down all through this whole thing. You're not allowing yourself to tap into your intuition purely. You got to tap into your intuition in its purity, being born under that frequency. I tell my friend this too. A friend that a good friend of mine that I've known for like 40 years. Boom. As a matter of fact, she rented me this place, rented me this house. But you got to tap in. But over 40 years, I've proven myself over 40 years. 40 years. And sometimes it might take that long. It might take 20 years. They got to give you some type of proof for at least a good 3 to 4 years of who they are and what they are. Because your intuition always tells you who they are. And because you have a certain sensitivity about you, you're a healer. But the healers need healing sometimes. You're a healer. And the healers need, the 2 and the 6 are healing numbers also. But because you're 3, the month that you're born plus the 26 adds up to 29, that is the number of, again, compassion and completion of vision. And it's the number that says you have to develop your pure intuition on what you do and how you do things, especially when it comes to people. And because it adds up to the master number 11, which is the runway. The runway. And when you're on a runway, especially at an airport, you can't go slow to take flight. You can't take flight when you're moving slow. They have to get to a certain speed on that runway. And there's an equilibrium between the two wings on that runway. And then the air velocity of that wind and the plane and everything else helps it to take flight. And that's the only way that you can take flight, if you find balance between your physical and your spiritual understanding of who you are, what you are, and have compassion and love for what you do. That's why 29 first is the number of compassion and the completion of the vision, because 11 is the visionary number. So don't say you're a divinity warrior and you're not willing to go through the war. Let me say that again. You're calling yourself something. That's your handle. But if don't call yourself a divinity warrior and you're not willing to go through that war. And when the war comes, you running and scurrying and hiding. Because that name divinity warrior means a lot to me. It's just being divine warrior as far as I'm concerned. And because we are all connected to the divine warrior, the divine energy, we are naturally part of the divine nation just because of the energy in us. But sometimes there's a time to go to fight, and there's sometimes to take flight in order for you to live on and carry on. Even with the people that you deal with in your life, you got to be a little bit more mindful. And because 26, like I wrote in my book, 26 is the number that has to consider the path taken. 26 in my book, I talk about it. The symbol of the consideration of the path taken. And it's a number of treading lightly and of caution. So you can't just rush into water. You can't just jump out of a plane without parachute. You have to consider the path taken because you're born under the personal number 26. Powerful. Powerful. And because when you add that 3 plus 26 plus 1985, it adds up to 2014. More than likely, something significant happened in that year to 2014, if you look back at it. But the 2 plus 0 plus 1 equals 3. 3 plus 4 equals 7. 7 is, your life path is a 7. So 7 is the number of the law of attraction, but you got to be very careful what you attract into your life also. Divinity warrior. Not everybody that you allow in your life, and you may know this already, is not supposed to be in your life. Some of them was actual hardcore tests that can become a blessing to you if you learn to translate it into something that's going to be significant that you can write or put down on paper or turn it into book form, because again, that 3 shows up. And anyone that's born in the 3rd month or the 12th month, put it like that, because 1 plus 2 equals 3. You're supposed to turn your pain, pleasures, and passion and turn them into profit. So if you've been pained, if you've been pleasurized, if you've gone through a lot in your life, you're supposed to turn that into profit. You're supposed to be writing street lit. You're supposed to be writing poetry. You're supposed to be letting it all out. Write a book, children's book, whatever you got to write. Turn your pain, pleasures, and passion into profit. You found out the hard way. I'm sure you did. So did my friend. Somebody, my friend that I'm renting this house from, she found out the hard way too. She found out the hard way too. So it's very important that you take the time out. You take the time out. And really, because you're born under that 29 energy first, and then it adds up to, according to his book, when you have a number 11, not 29, I'm looking at it from, because I look at it from multiple perspectives. He don't have 29 in this book. He has 11. And because your alignment number, your achievement number adds up to a number 11, let me tell you what he says in this book about the number 11. He says this number, the master number 11, when it's at that pinnacle of your life, or that alignment, when you add the 3 plus the 26 equals 29, 2 plus 9 equals 11, just those first 3 numbers is significant, because what he says in his book about that, and like I said, this is a numerovational perspective, so I could quote whoever I want to quote and then give my interpretation to help back up what he says. It says the number 11, the number indicates a challenge that can involve a sense of self-righteousness, hypersensitivity to others, or the environment, or zealousness attached to belief or cause. It brings the knowledge of how things could be and a frustration that you are given neither the power nor the opportunity to make them that way. It says at one extreme are zealots who willingly sacrifice themselves for a belief or a cause, and at the other end of the spectrum are idealists who have lost all hope of making a mass societal change and withdraw or become isolated from life. So you got to be very careful of isolating yourself from life because certain things didn't go your way. Certain people, certain relationships didn't go your way. And the number 26, the number eight can suffer from loneliness and lonely thought, thinking that they're the only people in this world, so that nobody understands me. No, somebody understands you. But you got to be very careful of isolating yourself when in actuality, the 2 and 6 says you have to bring compassion and healing for yourself as well as others. And then it will expound and expand into multiple streams of income or diversified streams of income in different ways, because that is a number of diversifying your income, not just a number of disasters brought about by association, bad advice, bad speculation, that number 26. But because it adds up to an 8 and each one of them means something to me. From another numerovational perspective, you got to use all that it means. Don't just break it down to the number 8 when you could understand the compound, understand the 2 and the 6, understand the 3, understand that what it adds up to, what it all means, the dimensions. These are all dimensions to me. Each dimension got a positive and a negative. Each dimension can allow you and open you up to be navigational to where you need to go and how you need to do things in your life in this day, in this dispensation of time, if you choose to do it, because no one has to do it, because you got willpower to either shut you down or push you forward. All of us got willpower. Every one of us have. So it's important. And again, because you shared, you spent like 2020. I'm not going to be here. Like I said, these are quick sessions. So if you want to book a full session, I will take off the 2020 off of the initial price of the full session. And we can go in more because we can deal with your name, birthday, and everything. That's just what it is. Your life path is a 7. 7, you got to trust your spirit a little bit more. Trust your intuition, your gut feeling a little bit more. And I'm sure you figured that out by now. I am so sure of that you figured that out by now, because you're old enough to say, yeah, I got to learn to trust my spirit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, thank you. And if you live in Canada or outside of the United States, please use WhatsApp or Signal. I see some more people. I see a Manisha Moore, and I see a Chantel Morel. I'm coming to Monisha Moore next. She gave 777. Yeah, that's a smart one because she's born on the 7th. And again, y'all really, I really don't like doing these quickies. I really don't, because I'm very intimate. And then I pull out a whole bunch of books around me so I can get more interpretation, because remember, look, you see what I just did with the sister? I just showed you the different dimensions that I see when I read, when I look into her numbers. It's not just one dimension that I see. My spirit goes wherever energy flows. Wherever the energy tells me to go, that's where I'm going with it. So if you, I like doing full session because at least it's recorded. This I might take down. I might take this down or make it private. I might take this down, but you get to, when you do a full session with me, which is usually 30 minutes, and I go over sometimes depending on your questions. Depending on your questions, I go over. Depending on your questions, I go over 5 minutes or 10 minutes, depending on your questions, especially, and then I usually got sessions back to back. But it is very important. Very important. You see what I did with the sister? I don't just look at 326. You see a lot of people, you know how many people come to me, and before I get to the other people that I'm going to be doing right now who just circulated some funds, I have to explain this real quick. Where you might have numerologists that just tell you that the life path is the most important, or some might say your destiny number is 4. That's bullshit to me. That's bullshit to me. Excuse my language. Bull doodle. That's bull doodle to me. Just in case children are listening, that's bull doodle. Bull doodle to me. To me, that's bull doodle. The life path is not the most important. The destiny number is not the most important. Those are just words and jargons that they put on top of those equations. Every one of your numbers are significant. So even if they took out a kidney of mine, which could represent a number, I could always put another kidney back from somebody else, or I can operate with one kidney, depending on the youth. But it still can take you out of here if you don't do it. So it's important. All right, some people can be brain dead and the body's still alive, but yet it's still important. The rest of the organs is helping to stay alive while the brain might be dead. There's scientific research on this. I'm talking that every number is important. It's just which one are you willing to activate the most and use them? And once we get that out of our head and start expanding, now you'll be able to expand because numbers came to guide us. They're not here to control us. They're guiding us. This is guiding me. When you see words like permission and allow, and you see master numbers here, master number there, there's a guiding that is telling you on its positive and negative. In order for you to have permission, that number 27, the consonant, the P, the R, the M, the double S's, the N adds up to 27, which is the number of creativity and productivity. So the outer meaning of the word 27 is, in order for you to have your permission to do something, your permission is going to be used by the creativity and the productivity that you have to offer in order for you to have permission in what you want to do and how you. So you got to be creative and productive. And in the Chaldean, it adds up to a 25. That means you have to observe certain things. That's going to allow you or give you permission to do certain things. You have to do research because 25 equals 7. 7 is the number of research and digging deep. So in order for you to have permission to do something in your life, you got to dig deep within yourself. Do the necessary study, not just in yourself, but whatever you want to study about, whatever degree you want to get, you have to open yourself up and give yourself permission to do so. And then you got to allow yourself. And that's a spiritual number. That's an expressive number. That's a number of completion. That's a number of something great you're supposed to do. And then you got the master number of healing, 33 in it. You got master number 11 and 33 in the word permission. These words are significant to allow you to open up to what you're supposed to do in your life. And this is not gibberish. This is not hocus pocus. This is not abracadabra. This is a work in progress. This is something about you working and using all of your vibrations to allow yourself to be great, to do what you have to do to take yourself to the next level. It takes work to permit yourself to be. It takes work for you to allow yourself to be. It even takes work for you to be the I am that you say you are. Because there's a lot of I am an asshole too. There's an asshole out there. So they've been saying, I am an asshole, I am an asshole, I am an asshole. This is what they've been saying all their life. That's why they're a grown-up asshole today. Makes no sense. So let me go to these next people that have circulated funds. That's why it's scrolling on the bottom. Look what it says on the bottom. For quick advice, please circulate and donate either $4.44, $5.55, $10.10, $15.15, $20.20, and up. Send via Cash App, $King Simon 3158, or PayPal, www.paypal.me/King Simon. Those are the only ways that you get into this fray of what I'm doing right here and now. This is what we do, because I'm a whole different animal when it comes to breaking down these numbers. Lloyd does what he does. Jackie does what she does. Nina does what she does. Kaya does what they do. King Simon does. That's why I'm not in competition with none of them. Because me and I might one lane. Me love my lane. You know, my lane is good. That's why I did a whole series, a whole lesson on stay in your lane. Y'all can look it up on my YouTube channel. Stay in your lane. I broke down the whole mathematics of the words stay in your lane. I'm not trying to be in other people's lane. I'm not trying to be in Lloyd Strayhorn's lane. I'm not trying to be in Jackie's lane. I'm not trying to be in Aquarius Max. Do I study those systems? Do I have their books? Of course. They help me with my lane. Those books and all that helps me with my lane, and my books help them with their lane. Stay in your lane. That's what I'm all about. Next person. They gave $7.77. You're born the same day as my grandmother. May she rest in peace. My mother's mother. I wrote about her in this book because she had a very interesting life. And when you're born under that 7, if you're holding things in, especially from your past, that can be very problematic. People born on the 7, as cute as it, people like to say, 7 is a God number. And no doubt it is. The only reason it calls it the number of God because of the certain sequences that has come up throughout years with the 7, especially starting with God rested on the 7th day in that Bible. But 7 is an angle pointing you in a direction. 7 is a right angle pointing you up in the direction of doing certain things and accomplishing certain goals. When you add 7 plus 7, it adds up to 14, which is a 5. What you have to learn to do, or what you need to allow yourself or give yourself permission. I don't care how old you are, because some people like to say, I'm too old to do this, and I'm too old, I'm set in my ways. If you claim that you're set in your ways, then you will stay set in your ways. Let me say that again for the people in the back of the room that think they're too old to do this and do that. If you keep on saying it, that's what will happen. You will stay in your ways. And 7s like yourself like to stay in their head too much, overthinking. When in actuality, if 7 or 77 is and the number 7 itself, let me share with you what this lady says about the number 77. Why I'm saying 77? Because when I see that from my perspective, I see 77. But she says something very keen about 77 in this book by Tanya Gabriel. This is the Numerovational perspective, so I ain't afraid to share nobody's book. It says 77. What you are able to do if you're using your powers, that's 7-7, able to penetrate straight into the core of any matter, designed to release others from mental and spiritual pain. Release yourself and release others from spiritual and mental pain. Able to share your intelligence with those who are afraid to take risk, so their courage bubbles up inside them and they are energetically brought back into balance. Your ability to focus is acute, and your understanding of the psychological state of human nature can be great, or is great. Nature is great. You can sell and inspire. Something about that 7-7 energy. is that they need to promote their spiritual abilities. They need to promote their spiritual talents if they want it to benefit them. You have to really look within yourself, because that number 14, that 7 plus 7 adds up to 14 in certain systems of numerology is a karmic number. And I wrote about the number 14 in my book, Numerovation for Mental Stability, and what kind of symbol it is. It says 14 is the symbol of mental foundation. I'm saying 14 because 7 plus 7 equals 14. And that is your alignment or your achievement, or that's your first pinnacle that you came through this world in your life. And that first pinnacle and that alignment number, achievement number, is a definitive energy, especially during your formative years as a child, all the way to 7 years of age. So if there's anything that you've held back and things that you've held in and situations that has happened to you in those early part of your years, that can also carry on throughout your life. And you got to be very careful of that. That's why the 7 is not supposed to overthink and hold things in. You got to be willing to put it out, let it out, free up, because 7 plus 7 equals 14, which is the 5. 5 is the number of freedom. You got to let all that bull crap go and move on. Take the lessons from it and flip it into a blessing for somebody else by writing your thoughts and writing your ideas. And I'm talking to Miss Moore. I don't care how old you are, because looking at your birth, looking at this, if you looking at how old, it doesn't matter, because if you take it away, you're 69 years of age now and about to be 70. So right now you're in your wisdom cycle. And if you're not showing forth your wisdom and your talents and the gift that you've always wanted to show over your life, then you're wasting your time here on this planet. Because why? Just like Michael from Good Times, Ralph Carter said, he said, if you ain't if you ain't come to this planet to do what you're supposed to do and do your purpose, then what are you here for? What are you wasting people's time and breath for? It's real talk. And because you're born in 1954, when you add that 1 plus the 9 plus the 5 plus the 4, that equals 19. There's something that you're supposed to shine light on that's supposed to help you propel and help you to advance, because the number 19 that year adds up to, and you're in that wisdom cycle. The wisdom cycle lasts for 28 years. So you've been in the wisdom cycle since you was the age 52, to tell you the truth. So 52 plus 28 equals 80. So you got enough more time to keep on showing your wisdom. And that number 19 in numerology is the number of final accomplishments. Whatever you start, you got to finish. It's a karmic number, but it's a karmic number that says if you don't finish what you start, that's where karma can come back and smack you in your face. And it's a number of self-confidence, innovative, paradigm shifters. It's all right to make certain moves and do what you got to do, even in your old age. But make sure you do what you love to do. And if it's spiritual work, if that's the next adventure, do it. If there's something that you've always wanted to do, travel the world, 7 is a traveling number, go do it. If you wanted to learn a language for the first time, go do it. If you wanted to set up your own little spiritual business and your own healing business, take a few classes, go do it. You're in the wisdom cycle of taking what you've learned, earned, and returning it to yourself and your community, especially young people who need it. Don't be afraid to do that. I'm talking to Miss Manisha Moore. Even that name has a lot of significant master numbers. And when you're ready to book a session, I'll go into it. And just let me know that you pay $7.77 online, and I'll take off that $7.77 off of the initial payment for my sessions. But don't waste time in this realm, my dear. Don't waste time in this realm. And if you add 7 plus 7 plus 19, 54, that adds up to 1968. More than likely, something of significance happened in that year if you look back at it. And when you add 1968, 1 plus 9 plus 6 plus 8 equals 24. So your life path adds up to a 24, with 2, 4, and 6 are healing numbers. So there's some healing work, spiritual healing work that you came here to do. And if you haven't done it, then you need to start doing it now and releasing it, but making sure that you're doing, because you got to be very careful of energy drainers and energy vampires. And you learn lessons from them if you really, really write down and jot down those lessons and put those lessons and turn those lessons into something that can help other people along the way, especially in your wisdom cycle that's going to take you to your 80th birthday anyway. So do what you got to do. Your 70s can be some of your greatest years, especially your 70s, because 7 is your number. 7 is one of your power numbers. Anything that adds up to 7 is your power number. So 7 can be one of your greatest years if you're willing. 70s can be some of your greatest years if you're willing to stay balanced, stay focused, keep moving, because there's something about movement that you like to do, travel you like to do according to your numbers. It's about traveling and moving and learning. You like to learn also. Next person. Next person. I hope that helped you in some way, Miss Moore. I hope that opened you up to something else. Next person. Let me see. I see you, Adrian. Relax. I got you. I see you. I see you. I got a line of people here. You're not the only one. You just came in a little late. But I'm going to, the next person I'm going to is, and next person I'm going to is Chantel Moore. Chantel Moore. Let me get rid of this person first. I have 3 more people after that, and then I am finished. 3 more people after that, then I am finished. I was supposed to be up here till 11 o'clock, but it is what it is. I'm going to finish these off. Let me take this off. Let me put this up instead. Hold on 1 second. This is the next person that I'm about to break down their birthday. Okay, I'm putting do not circulate any more funds. I'm about to close down this broadcast after these people. After these 3 people that I have up here. I got Chantel, I got Kai Goddess, I got Adrian Barden, and I got Alicia. Those are the last 4 people that I'm going to break down. So do not circulate any more money up here. And if you do circulate, then I'm going to have to deal with you after. You have to book a full session at 347-496-1022, 347-496-1022. So Chantel, you are born the same day as one of the greatest numerologists of their time. Your alignment number is a 12. And when you have that 12 alignment number, when you add the 11 plus the 1, that 12 is the number of the need to always apply your compassion with your creativity and paying attention to your intuition. And because that 12 can be a sacrificial lamb number where you can be a sacrifice for other people, victim of other people's bullcrap and intrigue, you got to be a little bit more mindful, because I know that number 1, you say what you mean and mean what you say, but you got to know how to say things, especially when it comes to relationships and saying things with love. Of course, if somebody try to hurt you, you know what you need to do. But because you're born in the 11th month, more than likely you're a very intuitive person. And your intuition is so strong that sometimes it can scare you. Yeah, sometimes it can scare you. And some people you can't tell. You can't tell people what you know or what you feel or what you dreamt about because it comes to you. And you got to be very careful of your going through any type of anxiety or any type of mental health. Be very mindful of that also. Because the alignment number 3 is a number of being jovial and happy. And when you look at that number, let's say we go to his book and we talk about that number 3, that alignment or that achievement number or that pinnacle number, which has power in the first early stage of your life, but it still is significant throughout your life. Let me be clear. Every number that shows up, especially in your birthday and in your name, has a certain amount of power for a certain amount of years, but it's still significant throughout your life. So if you're looking at the word allow, the letter A is strong for the first year. The letter L is strong for 3 years. The next letter L, strong for 3 years. The O is strong for 6 years. 5 years, so on and so forth. 7 years, 5 years, 9 years, 4 years, 9 years, 1 year, 1 year, 9 years. That's how the energy. So every one of them goes through your charts. All the numbers go through your charts, but each one of them have their strengths in particular years, especially when it comes to people's names. So your alignment number is a number 3 because when you add that 11 plus the 1, it adds up to 2, adds up to 12, which is a 3. And the positive, the main issue, the negative, what he says in his book, the main issues are overcoming a lack of emotional intimacy and feelings of insecurity, inferiority, and inadequacy and scatteredness. If you have an achievement number 3, you may have trouble keeping your word because of the tendency to over-obligate. Over-obligate is the problem because of so much nervous energy. Sometimes there's so much going on in your head. There's a lot going on. It's too much. I have friends born that they all over the place. Sometimes when they need to just hone it in and direct it with the one energy. The positive of having that number 3 energy is being joyful, charming, creative, intelligent, optimistic, developing your communicational skills, developing your visionary skills, the love for music, and also having a good sense of humor. I'm talking to this person that's on the page right now, Chantel Murrell. Developing your sense of humor and what you do and how you do. Whatever you do, your writing, your podcasting, whatever you do, make sure you have a good sense of humor. It was this numerology, one of the great numerologists of his time, that was born November the 1st also. He wrote numerous books on hand, palm reading, all of that. He was one of the best of his time. One of Lloyd's teachers through reading. Very good. He was born November the 1st. Very important. So take a note that number 1 is a writer's number and number 3 is a writer's number. And when you're born under those, and again, you're much more. There's much more even in your name and all of that. There's much more I have to tell you when you decide to book a session. But if you add 11 plus 1 plus 1980, that adds up to 1992. And when you break that down, it adds up to a number 3. So it's about something that you came here to express yourself, whether it's through music, art, writing, whatever you came through, you came here to express yourself. And you got to be willing to express yourself on multiple levels. You got to be willing to express yourself through multiple levels of expression, through multiple levels of understanding your inner working, especially because you're a water sign, and water signs are the natural conduit between the physical and the spiritual realm. Y'all are conduits. All water signs are natural conduit. People with water numbers are natural conduits. You just have to be willing to tap in. You know. I'm glad you have Lloyd's book. Like I said, I teach it differently. I teach a little bit different than Lloyd. Lloyd, I got Lloyd's book here too. Lloyd's book right here. A little bit different than Lloyd because I look at the variations of things where a lot of people won't look at. It's just like in your name, you have master numbers in your name with the double R and double L. Double L is 33 in the Pythagorean. Double R is 99 in the Pythagorean. Double R is 22 in the Chaldean, and double L is 33. So you got master numbers. You got a lot of master numbers just within your last name. Just your last name showed me a bunch of master numbers. And that intensified the name alongside your birthday. So I don't play games when it comes to this. And wait till I come out with my two other numerology books. One dealing with angels and angles, and my last one. That's going to be a thick book. Hardcover is going to be $100 because that's the culmination of all that I've been teaching, what I've been doing before I leave this planet. That last book is going to be very important because I'm writing 10 books and I'm out of here. Y'all heard it from me first. 10 books and I'm off of this planet. I'm gone. I'm going to go to sleep and I'm gone. I'm not coming back here. I have things to do. I have other things to do in other realms. 10 books. I'm putting it out in the universe. I don't want to write 20 books. I don't want to write 90 books like some people claim they wrote. I ain't doing all of that. 10 books. And I'm in the other realm with the ancestors and with the creator, helping my children or helping my grandchildren if they need help. That's what I'm going to do. Because I've already seen it. I've already seen it. I already see you. I already seen it, so I'm happy. That's why I'm not scared about it. Man. So I hope that helps you, Chantel. I'm going to go to the next person right now. I hope that helps you in multiple ways. And yeah, keep on reading, keep on studying. Keep on reading, keep on studying. And study more than just one system of numerology. Study all the systems. Boom. Let me get rid of that thing there. Okay. I got 3 more people and then I'm out of here. Kai Goddess. Creole Mami Chulo. Kai Goddess, you didn't give me a birthday? I don't see a birthday, Kai Goddess. Kai Goddess, did you give me a birthday? Or you just spreading love? Spread love. Kai Goddess. Let me see if I see you on Kai Goddess. I'm looking for Kai Goddess. I know you put your. I don't see your birthday, Kai Goddess. I don't know what that is. So I'm waiting for Kai Goddess to put her in. But I see Adrian. Adrian, I see Adrian. Adrian gave $9.99. Okay, got you. Let me. That's interesting that you use 9 because 9 is one of your power numbers. 9 is one of your power numbers, Adrian. 9 is one of your power numbers. 6, 9. 6 and 9 is definitely your power number, being born on that birthday there. Okay, so boom. Boom, there you go. Of course, that's why I do what I do. You never knew that. 6 is one of your power numbers, and 9 is one of your power numbers. Now, if you want to find out your power numbers and lucky numbers, Lloyd Strayhorn's book is very good. You can go to Lloyd Strayhorn's book if you can, because he kind of covers a lot of that. And when you're born on the 15th of February, in his book he has 6, 2, and 7. 6, 2, and 7. And I have also 6, 2, 7, and 9. So I would say 6, 2, 7, and 9 is your power numbers because you're born February February the 15th, 6, 2, 7, and 9 is your power numbers. So very important that I'm dealing with Adrian now. I'm dealing with Adrian right now. People born on the 15th came here to do not only material work, but they came here to find their spiritual purpose, especially when it comes to helping people. If you study people that was born on the 15th in history, Martin Luther King was born on the 15th. Regina King is born on the 15th. Nipsey Hussle is born on the 15th. Nipsey Russell is born on the 15th. Sylvester Gates, the professor, is born on the 15th. Sophia Stewart is born on the 15th. The great Forrest Whitaker is born on the 15th. 15th came to do some healing and helpful work. '15 came here to do some healing and helpful work. And you know, Adrian talking about playing a number. Numerology is not about playing numbers. I want to make sure people are clear about this. I have a book that you can study about numbers playing, and it was written by somebody born on the number 6 also. Because six are the magnifying. Six are the magnets as far as numbers concerned. But it's not just about playing lotto. This book is called Win Games of Chance by Ken Dickerson, born July the 6th. So people born on the 6th, the 15th, or the 24th of the month are magnetic people, not just to human, but to other things that might be reciprocal energy that you need. So it's not about playing lotto. It's about understanding the lotto of life, and what you put out there, you're going to get back, especially if it's something that's helping. Lottery ain't helping you, to tell you the truth. It's not helping you. You're just putting it into somebody's hand. That's 1,000 to 1. But if you're putting it and investing your money as a number 15 into property, into people that need healing and help and guidance, then that reciprocal lottery comes back to you. That's how 15 or number 6, because this man didn't only just play lottery and won lottery 19 times in 1 month. He also had an art studio. He also did consultations. He helped people along the way. So in that helping people, different reciprocal energies that he put out there as a number 6 came back to him because he helped people. So the byproduct was playing lottery and able to write a book about lottery. But yet he was doing other things. He had an art studio of beautiful arts that he had, that people can come and look at his art or learn how to paint and do art. He did much more than just do this. That's what I'm trying to tell people. People be getting caught up. I'm gonna play lotto. I'm gonna play the 4-pick. That's not helpful. Investing your money in the proper way, then you'll get the lottery of that investment back at you. That's what's important. Learning how to create a trust so you can have something for your family. That's what the lottery of life is all about. And I broke down the lottery of life in a series right here on my channel already. That's what I'm talking about. I don't care if it's a joke. I'm going to make an example of you because you jokingly said that. I don't care about the joke, because every joke, there's a truth in it, because somebody going to do it. In every joke, there's a truth. That's why comedians have tragedy and comedy. There's a duality. I'm going to make an example of anybody who comes up there and say, I'm going to play lottery tomorrow. No, I'm one of those dudes. I'll make an example of you to let you know what's happening. Don't play with this energy. Don't play with this energy. This is metaphysics for a reason. It's beyond the physical. And we, the metaphysics teachers out here that have integrity, ain't going to tell you to go play with this energy. Don't play lotto with this energy if you don't understand it. Because it comes much more than just playing lotto. It's much more than that. And like I said, I'm making an example because you said it. That's why. You have to allow yourself, that's what I've been teaching on, and give yourself permission to grow into your greatness and grow into what you're supposed to do. And because you're born on the 15th, Adrian, and because you're born February 15 in particular, when you add 2 plus 15, that adds up to 17. And 17 is a number of leaving a legacy according to the system of numbers. In my book, Numerovational for Mental Stability, 17 is the symbol of peace and love, and it's considered a highly spiritual number, symbolizing the 8-pointed star. In some ancient systems, it is called the star of the Magi. Your alignment, you're aligned to become a star of the Magi, and Magi's in history were those who was able to turn little of nothing into something. Magi's in history. The Magi's in history were able to turn little of something into nothing, a little of nothing into something. So even people born on February 15th in history, famous people, Galileo was born on February 15th. Megan Thee Stallion is born on February 15th. People don't really realize how important that these vibrations, even in history, mean something. And if you're willing to use it to its highest frequency, Birdman, businessman, no matter how he got his money, it's a businessman. He's about his business. That's why Birdman got into that little argument with Charlemagne and them back in the day, because his alignment numbers are 8, and 8 is an argumentative number, and they will say what they mean and mean what they say. Lynn Winfield is born on that number, under that February 15th number. And when you have discipline, that 8 is a reminder of the discipline that you have to have. And whatever you do, you got to have discipline. Whatever you do, you got to have discipline, because again, 2 deals with the early parts of your life, which could deal with emotional, family, relationships. 15 deals with the power that you need to develop in your creativity and your need to adapt. And because 2 plus 15 equals 17, that is what your alignment or your achievement is to leave a legacy, but it has to be a creative legacy, and it has to be a spiritual legacy that will attract the money and finance that you need to your life. That is what, from my perspective, what you're supposed to be aligned with, and that's what you will be achieving if you stay disciplined, because that number 8, that 17 adds up to, is a number of discipline, order, structure. But you have to have spiritual understanding, and you have to have a creative, paradigm busting mindset. And you have to be here to heal, help, and heal people. Although this is called the devil's card in tarot, because it's usually battling between the physical and the spiritual realm. In my book, I talk about the number 15 as a symbol of magic. Not magic and hocus pocus, but magic because it comes from the word magi, which are the alchemists in history. And the higher vibration of the number 15 is that they can be creative leaders who can adapt and improvise. Well, in order that can adapt, I'm reading out my book. It says you can adapt and improvise well in order to bring harmony and balance to any situation. This is what I wrote in my book about the number 15. And these are downloads that I was getting by doing my research, spiritual research, doing my meditation. That's why I call them all a symbol of something. That's why I call every number in there a symbol of something, because this is symbolism. Letters and numbers are a form of symbolism. How do you use the symbolism? That's what's going to be important for you. I hope that helped you out, Adrian. Next, let me get to somebody next that I have here. Hope that helped you out in some way. I'm not taking any more people, so please do not send any more funds. So I have to post it on the front. Not taking more people. I got to get off of here. you know. And yeah, if you want to purchase my books, I got all my books is on there. I got you can go to Amazon, put in my name, King Simon, or go to my Linktree. I got Numerovation for mental stability. Numbers are simple. Children's health is important. Numbers are simple. People are complicated. And about my promotional life, I also added numbers to that. No promotion is bad promotion. Just spell my name right. And if you want to take my 2-hour introductory course to Numerovation, you could also go to Udemy right now. Go to Udemy right now and sign up for that course. It's a 2-hour course. So, on udemy.com and just put in Numerovation. That's what you got to put in to find me, to find that out. Okay. Hold on a second. Let me go to the next person. Let me go to the next person. Let me go to the next person. Next person is Alicia. She sent 1111. Alicia sent 1111 at 5 a.m. She must be somewhere. 1111 at 5 a.m. Let me see. Hold on one second. Paste that. So Alicia, we're coming to you next. Alicia. I'm not taking any more donations. I'm going to finish off these people because I got things to do. I think I got Janice and I got Michelle. Those are the last two. If you send any more, then that's on you. I'm just letting you know that I got 2 more people. Janice 777. You didn't give me a birthday, so Janice, I don't know your birthday here. You said for gratitude. So if you're just giving gratitude, thank you very much, Janice. If that's gratitude, I appreciate that. If it's just for gratitude, Janice, thank you very much. I do my best. If it's for gratitude, Janice, that's it. Thank you very much. I accept that. And Michelle Williams, I don't see a birthday. You just sent $5, so you don't. I see you didn't read my scroll. My scroll is it was $5.55, $4.44. I could tell somebody came in late. But I'm going to go to Alicia next. Thank you very much, Janice. Thank you very much, Janice, for your love. I know it. Thank you very much, Janice. Appreciate you. Interesting picture, girl. What you doing over there in that seat? Interesting picture. All right, so let's go to Alicia real quick. Alicia. Your alignment number is a 10. You're definitely supposed to be running your own business. And your achievement number, when you have that number 10, remember 6 + 4 = 10, and that is called the Wheel of Fortune number. The Wheel of Fortune. And people like her is good to contact when you want to find out about cartomancy, about that number 10 energy, reading cards and breaking down cards. She's very good at that. And for tarot, you want to find out more about the 10 energy. She is very good at that also, this sister right here, Carrie Ann Ingram. So I'm just putting those 2 people up there just to show you that there's other systems that you can get another picture of certain things. Get another opening awareness to certain things. I need to drink some water. Let me get some water real quick. Lucky I have it right next to me. So, Alicia, when you have an achievement number as a wheel of fortune, that 10 energy, remember, the number one that it adds up to, you have to be very careful of allowing yourself to develop any low self-esteem. Be careful of being arrogant in any way. Be careful of getting into confrontations also, because that number one is the number, like the number 9. 1 and 9 are very similar. They say what they mean and mean what they say. And when you have a lot of 1s or 9 in your chart, you can be very assertive, be very demanding, can be very arrogant on the negative, but also can be very argumentative. So if your number, alignment number is a 1, because of that 6 plus the 4 equals 10, which is a 1, you must learn to stand on your own 2 feet and and not let others define your identity and make your own decisions. You're gonna encounter things that are gonna test your courage. And big up to Numerology and for Decoding Behavior by Michael Brill. He says the positive of that number 1 energy is being centered, confident, being an innovator, being a paradigm shifter, and a leader and an explorer. In my book, Numerovation for Mental Stability, because that number 4 is a mental number, you got to protect your mind at all costs. Your mind has to be treated like a precious garden. It has to be treated like a precious stone, because 4 is one of the mental health numbers in my book. And y'all got to protect your mindset all the time, because y'all hold on to things in your head and sometimes y'all overthink. And in my book, the number 4 is a symbol of the square laying a foundation, and also known as the physical plane number, because 4 is here to lay foundation and put in the work. 4 is also symbolize the very symbols of the cross. But 4, this is what the number 4 person can experience great development and success if they learn to plan, stay organized, and communicate clearly with others, because sometimes 4 has a weird way of communicating with people. Weird and unusual. And also 4's got to be careful of weird and unusual things dealing with their health also. Say no joke, when I see people come up with this 4, when I see people come up with those 4 energies, I always tell them, people born on the 4th, the 13th, the 22nd, the 22nd, or the 31st of any month, when it comes to your health, be very mindful of just accepting one person's advice, one doctor's advice. Make sure you get more than one, because in my book and in Lloyd's book, we talk about 4 dealing with the weird and unusual situations, misdiagnosis, wrong prescription, the 4 and the 8, to tell you the truth. So you got to be very mindful of your health, but more so your mental health. Because number 4, like I said in my book, is one who has to keep their mind motivated and encouraged by listening to motivational things, motivational affirmations, especially when you go to bed along the day. If you're going to watch ratchet stuff and crazy stuff, then please watch the ratchet stuff for at least a half an hour to an hour to 2 hours, but make sure you bombard your mind with positive stuff for at least double the amount. Especially while you're going to sleep, listening to high binary frequencies, the 528 frequencies and all that stuff. Billy Carson plays it on his channel. Brother Rich got a whole meditation on I love you on that channel. 4s need to have those constant reminders. And remember, the 4 has to mind their mind and work on building an inner foundation, so that the outer foundation will stand the test of time. That's what I wrote in my book about the number 4. You got to build the inner foundation. It has to be strong. It was a number 4 person. Actually, he was born on the 22nd. His name is Dr. Arthur Fuller, and I mentioned him in my book. He born December 22nd. And he said, the mind is a terrible thing to waste. Isn't that ironic that somebody born under that 22, 2 plus 2 equals 4, will talk about the mind being a terrible thing to waste and coin a saying? And that was the saying, official saying for the United Negro College Funds. The mind is a terrible thing to waste. Because 4 is a mental number through my studies, is one of the major mental numbers that has to protect their mind. And because when you add that 6 plus the 4 plus the 1982, that adds up to 1992, and that adds up to a number 3 when you add that plus the 3 equals 21. Interesting enough, the number 21 says that you need to go through your initiations, Alicia. 21 is the number of initiation, test of your determination. You're going to go through your long battles. You have to go through your long battles, but that don't kill you, make you stronger. And the number 21 is called the crown of the Magi. But in order for you to receive the crown, you have to alchemically turn little of nothing into something and overcome certain things in your life in order for you to receive that crown of the Magi. I wrote it in my book. It's in my book. The number 21 is the symbol of the universe. It's called the symbol of the world. The number 21 people, and I'm saying that because your life path adds up to a number 21. So this is something that has followed you throughout your life, but you have to bring love and compassion and creativity with that number 21 also. So you can't get away from it. You got to go through your initiation and your test of your determination because you're born with that life path that adds up to a number 21. Again, when you add that 6 plus the 4 plus the 1982, that adds up to 1992. And 1 plus 9 plus 9 plus 2 equals 21, which adds up to a 3. And after you've gone through your initiation, that's when you will expand and grow to be who you are and what you need to do. Okay? I hope that helped you in some way, my dear. I hope that helped you in some way. Oh, you want to cartomancy? Oh yeah, go check her out. She's very good. Good friend of mine. She does it a little differently than Aquarius Maximus, but Aquarius Maximus is definitely one of the best. But that's her number. Call her and tell her that King Simon sent you. I'm gonna let you take a snapshot of that. She used only playing cards. Only playing cards she used. She could whip out any deck of playing cards and drop that wisdom. This sister right here. Her name is Amira Khadijah, but she goes by Amira, spiritual consultation by Amira. Very good person. And here's another person that does tarot, and she takes time with you when she's doing tarot too. This person right here, one of my partners, the one, the only, Carrie Ann Ingram. She takes her time. She really drops the cards real slow and records. And I asked Khadijah if she can record it, or you can record your session. You can ask. I know she records, and you can ask her to record also. Ask her to record your sessions. She'll do it via Zoom or whatever. She'll do it via Zoom in your face, whatever. She's very good at what she does. I'm going to be bringing her on soon. She's never been on my channel, but I'm going to amalgamate her onto my channel. I'm going to bring her on my channel because she means the world to me. She's a good friend of mine for many years. This is a sister that really is a trusting and loving person. You know, on a personal tip, and she's probably gonna be upset that I even said it. On a personal tip, her and I, years ago, used to hang out, and I remember staying at her house, and we never did nothing. And we slept in the same bed, and we never did nothing because I had that much respect and discipline for her. You know, so many women are so used to men just, you know, not being a friend at that time. Would I have dealt with her if we would have went down that road? Of course I would have dealt with her. But some women look for real friends that you can trust. Some women look for real friends that you can trust, and that's the problem. A lot of us brothers, you know, we need to be trustworthy. I've had modeling agencies, and I didn't have to sleep with none of the models. I had my own girlfriend already, and I'm cool, but I didn't have to sleep with the models. Have I been a womanizer? Of course, I've been one of those. I've been down that road when I'm in my club days. But when it came to business or friendship, sometimes you don't have to sleep with all your friends. You don't have to sleep with friends. I could sleep on a bed with my friend. To this day, certain friends remember that I could sleep on a bed and we just right there. And I'll go to sleep like a mummy. I'm just like this. I will knock out just like that within a few minutes. Don't mind me. It's punani is punani. I can get punani. That's easy. It's easy to get punani, you know. Love punani bada. Love punani bada. I love punani. Yes, I love punani. But I'm not going to chase and get myself in trouble like that. I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy. So yeah, man. Man, it's important. So, and again, if you want another person here, this person is very good at tarot. Very good. Carrie Ann Ingram. That's her number right there, 226-909-8363. Or go to her website, carrieanningram.com. And also, if you want to book a session with me, that's my numbers, of course. And I say do all of them. Do all of them and get all the different angles and all the different perspectives, because you're not a one-dimensional person. None of y'all are one-dimensional. So go get your spiritual consultation with a mirror. Go get your cartomancy with a mirror. Go get your tarot. Different than cartomancy. Cartomancy and tarot are two different things. Numerology is different also. It's just that all of them will confirm each other. All of them will confirm each other. Okay, so Michelle and Janice didn't send me a birthday, so they just showed me love. Thank y'all very much for showing me love. Thank you very much for showing me love. I'm going to get ready to get out of here. I'm a little tired now because this is a lot of energy. That's why I don't like doing these things on the streets or at festivals that much. I'll set up and do it, but I don't like doing it because, man, it can be, our people can be draining even online, offline. And that's why I don't invite people to my house either. I don't have an office where you can come and do this with me. I don't do that. I don't want people all in my face. And because sometimes when you have people that you bring people to your house, like Lloyd will bring somebody to the house and sit them right there on his couch, or sit you right there on the table and do your numbers and invite you to the house. I don't do that because there's so much energy I got to deal with. And trying to get somebody out and then trying to get the next person in and all that kind of stuff. Nah. People like Dr. Shakira Moore, you can go to her house and do an iridology. Now, this I would suggest you do. If you want to find out about your eyes, if you're in the Pennsylvania area, or you want to do it online, she does it online also. Or if you want to do it, she got a whole camera set up if you go to her office. But you can get it done, certified holistic iridology and nutritional advisor. She also advises if she finds any health problems. She's helped me. Dr. Africa has helped me. Polite's wife, Anoket, helped me back in the day. She was an iridologist too, be able to look in your eyes and see what health issues or possible health issues you need. And she'll find it for you, and even have the holistic reversal remedies to help you along the way. And what Dr. Shakira does, she puts you in a whole program. And you could also do her spiritual program also. Powerful. These are powerful sisters that I have on here. I love these sisters. And they love their brother too. They love me too. And big up to Dr. Kareem. I had a meeting with her yesterday. Oh man, Temple of Rejuvenation. Yo, she touched me. I was having a little pain on my arm, and she touched me on that part with her hands. I had a physical meeting with her. And yo, that joint felt good and it don't hurt no more. That part, she touched me on my back. She just did certain pressure. She did something. This girl here, she's in Georgia. She's in Georgia. Temple of Regeneration. Take a snapshot of all these people that I put up here. Go text her. Go email her. She deals with email. Her 800 number is not working right now, but her email is working and website is working. All those services. She offers holistic consultation, therapeutic spa service, she has such as energetic healing, body work, stretch therapy, body treatment. When I tell you she touched me on one part of my shoulder because I needed it, and that joint felt good. Yo, Karima's a bad girl. I had a meeting with her, and yo, Karima was a bad girl. I was like that, and that's the first time. That's the first time we aligned up to do that meeting like that. I met her a few times, like in New York back in the day, but I didn't know what she was into back in those days. But she moved to Georgia now, and yo, she touched me there, and I was like, yo, I almost melted. And people like her and Dr. Sakura, they do their thing, man. They know how to do their thing all the time. So you got to show them respect when they're doing their thing. So take a snapshot of all these women that I just showed you. Of course, Carrie Ann Ingram, she's my partner on Wednesday. She's from Toronto, Canada. She does things over online also. She got her jewelry, and she also does distant Reiki energy healing. Contact her through her website, Carrie Ann Ingram. Of course, Dr. Shakira Moore, this is her Linktree. Hit her up at Linktree/Holistica Healer. I'm on a little regimen that Dr. Shakira gave me now with the tart cherries and drinking the tart juices for my own body. And of course, like I said, Dr. Karima yesterday, oh Lord have mercy, she touched me and that was it. And I've done a service with this sister already, man. Back in the day, she dropped some cards for me back in the day, but we just reconnected with each other. She lives upstate New York, but she could do it online, whatever. You know, she has an Etsy page with some great bags, some great vegan bags for women, from vegan bags. Yeah, these are products made with straight up vegan products. You know what I'm saying? She got some great bags. I wanted to promote her business too. But also she teaches yoga online, and she is also a certified Reiki teacher. If you want to book my sessions, please text me your full name and date of birth to 347. Do all of them, man. I'm telling you, do all of them. Everybody is reasonable. Everybody's reasonable. Lloyd Strayhorn, you know my brother Lloyd, man. He just texted me to Lloyd-Strayhorn.com. Hit him up. My son, if you want any recording studio session, very good, reasonable prices, $50 per hour. Very good, reasonable prices. $50 an hour is no money. That's great. If you want to do mixing, mastering, whatever, $50 an hour. 2 hours is $100. 3 hours is $150. While you're getting enough time to do a lot. As long as you're going there to work and not talk, boom, there it is. Contact my son and Jeff. Remember this weekend. Whoop whoop, whoop whoop. Whoop, whoop. This weekend, baby, we're going to be at the Anunnaki tomorrow. Big up to my man, Billy Carson, and his beautiful wife, Elizabeth Carson, the Carson show. Mr. and Mrs. Carson, that's right. They got to do a whole new TV series with them. They own a whole network. It's already sold out, family. I think they only got VIP tickets. Sold out. VIP tickets only. All right, I think the VIP tickets include a lot of stuff. Not only do you have VIP access, not only do you get to sit in the front, not only get to ask questions of Billy, take pictures with Billy, be on the red carpets with Billy, and also if you got a book, you can sign the book signing also with Billy Carson, VIP. And you get to meet a lot of the other VIP. Dr. B. Sirius is going to be there. I'm going to be there. Elizabeth is going to be there. Nikki is going to be there. A few other VIPs. Brother Rich is going to be there. All of us is passing through. All of us going to be there. Phil Valentine coming in on the 19th on Malcolm X's birthday with his beautiful wife, Dr. Nalani. Both of them are coming through. Phil Valentine, my special guest co-host, happy belated birthday to her, is Dr. Angela Moten. But Dr. Nalani is going to be talking about her new book. And she got a new webinar coming out, book release, New Life from Near Death. It's going to be powerful. It's going to be powerful. All right. And on Wednesday, we got Tassili Ma'at coming in. Tassili Ma'at is coming in on Wednesday, May the 22nd. Food is culture, and culture is food, and the movement of going raw for our health. And on June the 12th, we got this beautiful, we ain't do the flyers yet, but we got this beautiful sister, man, from Calabash Tea, my girl, my good friend, long time. You know me and I, we know each other for a long time. Her name is Dr. Sunyata Amen. Dr. Sunyata Amen will be coming in. Y'all heard her on Michael Basin's show back in the day. And then out of Canada, another beautiful sister from out of Canada, getting back to the basics of our roots with herbalists. The one, the only Nairobi Vision will be in the building. And don't forget, tickets go on sale for this July the 1st. Tribute to Dick Gregory and salute to our ancient culture with Baba Ashra Kwesi and Mira Kwesi. All right, I want to thank each and every one of y'all that participated today. Thank y'all very much for spreading love and sharing the frequencies. I love and respect you all. You know, present. Hold on, let me see something. Somebody said she's there. Hey, King, have you ever considered adding Zelle? I had problems with Zelle, so I'm going to be using other people's Zelle. I had problems with Zelle. I text my friend and see if I could use her Zelle, but I might use Zelle. But hey, look, find a friend that can do Cash App and PayPal for now. Boom. Somebody said, is the ultimate Jesus story. In Jesus Presents, you cannot be sick. It wasn't that Jesus was doing anything to you. It was that energy was so high, it healed you in that moment. Okay. Yeah. We all are Jesus. People keep on forgetting we are Jesus. Jesus only means save or to save or savior. We are our own savior. That's all it means. That's why the name Jesus adds up to the master number 11. The name Jesus adds up to the master number 11. G. 1, 1, 5, 5. In one system of numerology, it adds up to the master number 11. 8, 9, 10, 11. In the Pythagorean system, it adds up to the master number 11. So anyone that has that master number connected to them has a Jesus frequency connected to them. Let's get that straight. And in the Chaldean system, the name Jesus add up to, let me see, that's 6 plus 9 plus 3, that equals 18. 18, which equals a 9. 9 is the number of higher levels of understanding, higher love, and humanitarian. No one can say that Jesus wasn't a master, and no one can say that Jesus wasn't a humanitarian or thought on a higher level. But he got killed according to their theology, or got hung on the cross, which 9 on the negative is the number of destruction. Number of murder on the negative. In my book, the number 18 itself, the number 18 is the symbol of the material side striving to destroy the spiritual side. The name Jesus. It's also on the negative. I like to say it's also the number of the moon and can depict deception and unforeseen peril. What happened to Jesus? Deception and unforeseen peril. What happened to Jesus in the Bible, biblical theology? Who was the deceptive one? Judas. The number 11 is also on the negative. On the negative side of the number 11, that's why people connected to the 11 and 18 got to be careful, because 11 is also the number of treachery and deception on the negative. On the powerful, these are both spiritual numbers and highly favored numbers, but on the negative, deception, treachery from other people. And that's the name Jesus. Go figure. Go figure. Go figure. Go figure. I can show you better than I can tell you. It's in my book. It's in my book. Just say. All right, family, on that note, I got to get on it. Oh, man, I got to go. I'm going to get in my backyard and go stretch a little. Oof, man. I've been on here from 9 o'clock. It's almost 12 o'clock. Been on here from 9 o'clock. Was it not? Yeah, 9. Yeah, I've been up here from 9 o'clock. So family, all those that want to donate, please donate. It's all right. You can donate. If this means anything to you, donate. Spread it along. Spread it to other people. Spread love to other people. Spread love to other people. Share this. Do not hold this under a bushel basket. Share it with other people. Share what I do with other people if you love the people that you're with. Because I do this for the love. I don't do this for the likes. I only have like 22,000 people on my YouTube page and probably another 22,000 on my Instagram. No, 30. Yeah, I think on Instagram I got 30,000. Yeah, I got 30 something. Yeah, 30 something thousand on my Instagram. Yeah, on my Instagram. Oh shoot, why it switched over? I didn't want that switching. Where's my Instagram? Can't even remember, man. But I do it for the love. I don't do it for the likes. People don't realize I do this for the love. I don't do this for the like. And that's why those that are new to my channel is called King Simon Presents Only Quality People. That is my channel. King Simon Presents Only Quality People. That is my channel. King Simon Presents Only Quality People. So on my Facebook, on my Instagram, I got 36,400. You know, so again, I do it for the love. I don't do it for the likes. I do it for the love. I don't do it for the likes. And big up to Marcia Griffith, the reggae star, celebrating 60 years in the business. She just did something in Miami or Fort Lauderdale, one of the places. So I've worked with her before, so enough respect to her. And those who want to do my classes, oh, I do have it up here, though. Let me get that. I do have it here. Those who want to do my classes on Udemy, I believe I have it up here. Do I have it up here? I thought I had it up here. So let me go to udemy.com and show that page just in case y'all having troubles going to it. Okay, good. Okay, they're saying, let me re-energize this. Y'all got 6 days left for this $9.99 sale. Y'all got 6 days left for this $9.99 sale on Udemy right now. You got 6 days left for this $9.99 sale. Hold on, let me show it to y'all. Y'all got 6 days left for this $9.99 sale on Udemy right now. Good. You got 6 days left. You got 6 days left to sign up with it. Oops. Wrong one. That's why. Let me say y'all got 6 days left. That's what they're saying. I'm just putting something in. Okay, sorry. All right, so family, you got 6 days yes to sign. Let me put this in the chat. If you want to sign up for my classes online right now, it's a 2-hour introductory class. It's not the complete class. It's not the complete class. So I just put it in the chat. It's $9.99. I put it in the chat. Go to Linktree. Go to Linktree. You want to go to my Linktree for my books. Go to Linktree. Go to my Linktree. I already put it up there. Linktree is up there. Go to my Linktree and you can scroll down for it. Yeah, for my books, you could go to Amazon, put my name in there. A Lloyd Strayhorn book, you can put his name in there. But you can go to Linktree. Go to Linktree / King Simon, the Numerovator, and it'll go straight there. It'll take you straight where you got to go. Mm-hmm. Go to Linktree. Take a snapshot of that, or go to Amazon, put King Simon. But again, family, if you want to take the course, the 2-hour course, it's $9.99. It will go right back up In the next 6 days, it'll go back to $74.99. So you got 6 days to take this offer. 6 days to take this offer. Yep. 6 days to take this offer. Simply just buy now, add to cart, or buy now, and you'll be all right. $9.99. Highly rated now. Stop playing. Highly rated. It's up there. Look at all the stars. Highly rated. Okay, on that note, let me get on out of here. Want to thank each and every one of y'all for being here. Have a great day, afternoon, or evening. Be stress less. Be stress free. We love and respect you. Take care. All right? And I will see you at the Anunnaki premiere if you're coming to the Anunnaki premiere in Atlanta. Okay? All right. Take care. Bye-bye. Content disclaimer. The views, comments, and opinions expressed by guest speakers or authors on this YouTube channel do not necessarily reflect or represent the views and opinions held by this channel's broadcasters and its sponsors. Parental guidance is advised. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news reporting, teachers, scholarship, education, and research. For fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringed.
King Simon, I love him. He's family, and he has one of the top shows on the Forbidden Knowledge TV network, actually.
That's right.
So make sure you guys check that out if you haven't.
Yeah, this show is called, it was really based on Numerovation. It's a numerology show, and it's called How to Calculate Your Destiny.
Yes.
By King Simon. He's the host of the show. The show has done so well, we're now getting ready to start working on filming season 2. All right, so King Simon, one of the top shows on Forbidden Knowledge TV, streaming TV platform.
Hey, this is King Simon, the International Numerovator. Remember, get all my books on Amazon or go to Linktr.ee/King Simon the Numerovator. And remember, don't forget to book my sessions at 347-496-1022. Book now. Hey, this is King Simon. Remember, make sure you go to my website, KingSimonProductions.wordpress.com. That's KingSimonProductions.wordpress.com or Linktree at King Simon the Numerovator. Get all 4 of my books, and of course, that's the Numerovation for Mental Stability. Numbers are simple, people are complicated. Numbers are simple, children's health is important, and no promotion is bad promotion. Just spell my name right. Make sure you get them now on all my links. That's KingSimonProductions.wordpress.com. Go now. Some people think that this esoteric knowledge is for the rich and powerful, when in actuality, the so-called 85% has a spark in them that if it is sparked through numerology, astrology, numerovation, whatever, it will raise them up from an 85%, maybe to a 10%, and eventually they become the 5%. Poor or prosperous righteous teachers. You gotta understand that this knowledge is not just for one class of people. We gotta get out of the class